Hey, Mr. Manoj? Manoj?
Coming right field here at SCCA grounds, last day of the inter-league tournament. We're watching the Southern California Cricket Association in yellow, and they will be facing Dallas, and Dallas won the toss and has elected to bat. And having spoken to the captain of SCCA earlier today, I asked him, I said, what would you do if you won the toss? And he said, we'd like to bowl on this wicket. And these, Southern California know these wickets very well, played a lot of games on them. And they always like to bowl first on right, but they would actually bat on Severn, which is behind us right now, where the game will be starting with Colorado and Northern California. And the other two fields across the road, the Wong and Marta field,
okay, now, who's batting right now?
they would elect to bat on those fields as well. So this is the one pitch where Southern California got what they wanted, even though they lost the toss. So we're getting ready to play here. Southern California versus Dallas. Dallas in blue, ready to face opening bowling.
He's
and
facing.
Delighted to be working here with
the one who's facing
third day,
and the other guy,
and the commentary team. And I'll be switching between games to bring you some of the action on the other field, Severn field. So over to ball by ball here with Sinoj.
Hey, good morning, David. Thank you. So we are here at Woodley, as David pointed out. The very first ball has been bowled, and the batsman on strike is Kara. Dallas won the toss and elected to bat first. This is the big game, the semi-final, the first semi-final here at Wright Cricket Venue. So it's they are yet to score. That's a good shot, a powerfully struck. He came down the track and pulled it through mid-on for 4. So that was a pretty aggressive shot. The very second ball he faced, he came down the track and pulled that one off its front foot. So very aggressive move against a medium-fast bowler.
Well, to get to the semi-finals, you have to be pretty good, and both sides have good batting and bowling. So we're going to see a very even game now in this instance, I think.
That's a swing and a miss. That was called a wide. So after 2 balls, Dallas are 5 without loss.
I want to thank our scorer here in the booth, who's done a tremendous job throughout the tournament. It's been great. And how do you feel about the tournament?
Yeah, it's been good so far. Yes. Pretty competitive games. Good to see that our teams make it to the semi-final.
Good. Okay.
It's been fun.
That's wrapped on the pads. No run again. That was a good comeback by the bowler. After being hit for a 4, then he slightly overcompensated with a wide. Now he came back and managed to come up with a good dot ball. Jaffa is the bowler for Southern California Cricket Association team. Opening bowler, Jaffa. And that's a good delivery, left alone by the batsman. Dallas won all 3 games. They had a perfect record coming into this semi-final. They won the first 2 league games, and then obviously they had a thumping win in the quarterfinals. Southern California, of course, after a high-scoring affair against Houston, they lost that, but they managed to recover and managed to win the next one as well as the quarterfinal. Another pull shot, this time it's going to run down to the mid-wicket boundary for another 4.
Yeah, that game was great. I mean, 400 runs scored in that game, and the SCCA lost a very tight game, and that was. But Houston have been knocked out since, so.
It's a funny game.
I guess in some ways Dallas are the favourites based on just performance so far.
Yes, and they had a pretty decent start thus far in the first over. 2 fours already. We are not done with the first over.
As we noted before, cricket in Texas totally flourishing at the moment. Houston is absolutely just popping at the seams with cricketers, and Dallas not far behind. And of course, they're only about 2 to 3 hours apart, depending on what car you're driving.
Oh, that's a good delivery. That's a good comeback. It moved away after pitching. I checked the wicket this morning. It had a decent grass cover. I think it's good for seam bowling if you can get the ball in the right areas.
Well, they're getting quite a lot of movement, aren't they, on that?
That's exactly the point, yes.
Yeah.
He managed to extract any movement. I think that's the way, that's the line to bowl. But then again, if you can maintain the line, then of course it's going to be tough. It's a pretty decent batting wicket as well.
Yeah, Southern California, a lot of experience on playing on these pitches, so they know exactly how they play. That is the home court advantage.
Yep, the home field advantage. Yep, absolutely. And it will be... So Jafar's first over, he conceded 9 runs, with including a wide. So it's going to be Baswan Ravo on strike. And who's going to be bowling from this end, Dave?
Got actually, JD Reddy will be on. He's an outswing bowler.
JD Reddy, is he the captain of Southern California? So the captain will be bowling from the commentator's box end. And he will be bowling. We have a deep long off in position right in front of us, and Southern California also have a deep extra cover, so a strong offside field. It seems 6-3 field, and JD obviously needs to maintain a good offside line here. Again, that was pretty straight, well fielded by bowler himself. Decent start by the bowler.
Yeah, he dropped in on a length there, which is good.
But I think he needs to still bring the line over to the off-stump area since he has an offside field. It was a little too straight, however, this is the first ball. Hopefully he'll get into a line just outside the line of the off-stump. That's again a little bit leg side, and it's going to run down to the boundary. Probably not, but batsman meantime took 2. So again, with a strong offside field, he cannot afford to bowl middle or middle and leg, and he will get clipped away like the previous ball.
Harpreet Singh, the wicketkeeper. He actually had a very good innings last game. He's the man of the match in the previous game.
I see. That's probably the line that he should concentrate. Good comeback by the bowler. Good delivery. Wide off stump. Not way too wide, but a line. He's doing some stretching at the moment. Hopefully nothing serious. Just trying to loosen up a bit. JD wanted to bowl first anyway, right, David? That's what. Oh, that's a lofted. Not exactly. It's coming down here for a single.
That's a rather nice ground shot, which you don't see on many grounds around the country. Some because of the grass, but just a lot of bottom hand you can use with those ground shots. Nice to see. Music in the background, wafting across the ground.
Festive atmosphere here again at Woodley.
Yeah.
So 12 without loss. We are in the second over. Decent start so far.
Very solid. Yeah. No chances at all.
That's a good line and played beautifully through the gap Despite the fact that they have 7 fielders, the batsman managed to pierce the field beautifully off drive, a square drive, if you will, through the gap between backward square and a cover. Another good cricketing shot.
First boundary of the day, and a good mixture of shots as well. So openers showing quite a range of hitting ability, which is a sign of a better batsman. He's got quite a
So it's
sheet.
Kera.
shots in his quiver.
Kera on 12 now. Good start, boy, Kera. JD, was it a little too wide? It's called a wide, unfortunately.
Umpire thinks so. That's what counts.
That's what matters, I guess. That's what counts. It doesn't matter what we think. It was called, I thought it was wide. So he has to re-bowl that.
He's an outswing bowler. Swinging a bit wide though.
They still have a slip in place. Again, that was more leg side, so played away to the boundary. This is
Expensive over.
expensive over. You cannot have 6 people on the offside and the sweeper on the offside. You had ball on the middle and leg line.
All right, we're going to introduce somebody here coming into the booth. Umesh is with Dallas Cricket, so he's going to tell us a little bit about the Dallas team, and I will head over to the other booth and help out there.
Okay, have a seat, Umesh. My name is Sunil. How are you?
Hi Sunil, good. How are you?
So important toss that you guys won. You always wanted to bat first, I guess.
Yes. Previous all 3 matches we lost the toss, but fortunately we got the decision what we wanted to do.
Okay.
So this was a good toss to win and take the batting first.
So it's a Rao on strike, isn't it, right now?
Yes, that's one draft.
Okay. So what do you think? Have you ever played on this field before, the right field?
No, right field we are playing first time.
Okay.
We expected to play yesterday for the semi-finals also, but there was a change in the schedule. So
I see.
we were excited because this has a lot of coverage and most of the kids, their parents are watching from home.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Great to hear. Now, what do you think a good score here? We had some high-scoring affairs here over the last 2 days. That's a good delivery to start off with. So these 2 batsmen are the very accomplished players from Dallas?
Yes.
I see. Can you tell me a little bit about Rao, who's batting right now?
Baswantharao is an all-rounder.
I see.
He's really good, steady batsman.
I see.
And Ankit Khera is also one of the top premier batsmen from the Dallas Cricket League.
I see.
He's very well respected in cricket in Dallas fraternity.
I see. And did they have a good tournament thus far? The 3 matches, I know that you guys have a perfect record coming into the semi-finals. Did he have a good, a few innings so far, his 3 innings? Bravo. Okay.
Each match had some special innings every time. Like first match, Dev Jivanani and Ajay Masan, they built a very good partnership and we lost initial quick wickets.
I see.
Second match, Ankit Khera gave a good start with 60 odd runs. And then Ajay Masan carried over and got a good support by the other guys. And then, of course, the bowling was also good. And third match, unfortunately, there was an injury that demoralized our oppositions.
I see.
They were a little bit like everybody was concerned because one of their players.
I heard about that from Orange County.
Orange County. So they were like not they were not interested. They were constantly checking with the hospital how is the player doing. So they were not in the game, and unfortunately the game ended sooner than expected.
I remember that. It was played behind me.
Yes.
I was here yesterday. So now, what about the rest of the batting? This is a pretty decent nerve. A good comeback by Naqvi, is it? How do you pronounce it? Naqvi?
Ifar Naqvi. Jafar Naqvi.
Jafar Naqvi. Yeah. Jafar, after conceding 9 runs in the first over, so far he managed to bowl 3 dot balls.
Yes. He's got a good outswing going on.
That's the natural outswinger.
Yes.
He has getting the ball to move around a little bit. Obviously, you guys are not concerned at this moment, right? A good, pretty decent start.
Yes, we had a team meeting and we discussed like, okay, at least minimum we have to cross 200 because first game we saw how the opening batsman hit,
Right.
and also how Houston League chased the score.
Right.
So we
Even
know-
yesterday, Colorado, it was not such a high scoring affair, 174. They chased down despite so many wickets fell at
Yes.
regular intervals.
Yes.
There's always a way on this track, it seems that there's plenty of runs and the wicket is, I mean, the ground isn't that huge also. Modern day bats, I think 200 would be a good score.
yes,
And
that's what we are targeting on.
Right.
And with our bowling attack, I think
that's a
we
swing
should-
and a miss. Or was it? Did he edge it? Yes,
No.
I think he's.
No.
No, that's just celebrations.
Yes.
What's up with the celebrations then? It's a good over at least.
Yes.
All right then. So still,
Was it a maiden over? Yeah, I think.
it's a maiden over, 21 without loss. It's a very rare thing to have a maiden over in, at least on this cricket ground.
Yes.
Because I saw a lot of runs over the last 2 days, but I didn't see a maiden over, that's for sure. So 21 without loss. Still a very good start. JD Reddy will be bowling from this end. He's obviously the captain of Southern California Cricket Association team. And who's the captain for Dallas?
Ankit Khera.
Who?
Ankit Khera.
Kera.
So he's batting
Oh,
right
he's
now.
batting, of course. The batsman, the opening batsman, Kera, the gentleman, yes, who won the toss, elected to bat first. And he has a pretty good start, 16 off of 8 deliveries, so strike rate of 200. It's been a change of bowling from the commentator's box end, and the new bowler is Evan. What's his last name?
Evan Heva Gigana.
Oh yes, I remember him.
He has a good instinct. He bowls good instinct.
All right, so the right arm seam bowler from the commentator's box in, the new bowler. JD bowled 1 over. He has decided to make a change from this end. Obviously, he's the captain. He decided to at least keep the 3 overs intact for the dead bowling, or try and get this Navin to Evan Heva Gigana. Yes, he'll be bowling from this end. That's driven powerfully. It might run down to the boundary for 4 runs. Yes, it is. Valiant defense by the fielder. Did he stop it? I'm not quite sure. We need to wait and see what the result is. So the umpire is not doing any signal, so it has to be 2. 2 runs, a well-driven stroke through covers, well fielded by the fielder at the boundary. The score moves on to 23. Kera on 18. He's doing his thing. Going well at the moment. Oh, that's a lofted shot. It might go down to the boundary.
It's a boundary.
It is a boundary. This is very good batting by Kera. Kera is on the march. He's the captain. He's leading from the front. He wasn't that quick, Evan, but he dropped it just a fraction short. Kera rocked back quickly and hit that to the vacant area past mid-on. It was in the air for a bit, but way away from the fieldsman, though. Evan, that was again full length, played nicely to extra cover. There was a little fumble, they ran 2 here. That's very good running here. This is very good cricket by Dallas at the moment. I mean, it hit straight to the fielder, but they managed to steal 2 there. So extra cover fielder has a job to do. He has to charge in and try and prevent the second run.
Yeah, the fielder name was Harman.
Harman, yeah. And yeah, he had a pretty good save the previous occasion, but this time he allowed 2 runs. This is a tight game. This is a semi-final. Every run counts. So they need to be aware of the batsman's intentions here. And Kera is doing a very good job. That's a good delivery, moved away off the seam a little bit. That's probably the line he should bowl. The few occasions, the last few occasions he overpitched, and he needs to keep it there, then and there, and move the ball away if he can. That's driven nicely again. This might be the fieldsman there. Well fielded in the deep. That's very good cricket. Good cricket all around, don't you think?
Yes. Good, well-pitched ball.
Yes.
Good, well-driven.
And well fielded.
Well fielded, and they ran well for 2 runs.
Well, there was always two for that one there. So, but anyway, very good cricket. That's the end of the over. And Kera has done the bulk of the scoring here. Dallas saw 31 without loss. Kera on 26. So it's Rao has been slightly slower. He has he has scored only 3 runs in just 10 balls. So he needs to up the ante a little bit.
Yes.
Or at least rotate the strike and get free-flowing Kera onto the striker's end.
The next bowler is
Siraj Patel.
Sahaj Patel,
Sahaj Patel will be the bowler from the far end.
and I believe he bowls a lot of bouncers with a good pace.
So he's a pretty decent quick then. We have to wait and see. So Rao's job has to be at this point to pinch a single somewhere and bring...
Oh, I was just told that he has played under 19 for USA.
Oh, so this new bowler, the first change bowler, Sahaj Patel, has represented United States in under 19 cricket.
Yeah.
That's very good to hear, and a young talent, of course. And let's see that he's going to bring his experience, his skill level here, and make a difference here.
Yeah.
Interesting match so far. Very good start by Dallas. They are preserving their wickets and scoring at a very healthy rate at the moment. That's a good delivery to start off with. The pinch a single, that's what Rao has to do. Bring Kera into the striker's end, and he has been free-flowing ever since he came to bat. So now this is the game, right? Kera against Patel. And we are still in the power play overs. We have a deep into wicket in place, and long on.
Yeah.
The two fielders outside the circle are both on the leg side, so it seems the bowler is going to angle the ball in, having a strong onside field. That's his right arm angling in. Well, that was sort of a loose shot, little bit.
Low.
Yeah, ball. It was not there for the pull shot. Somehow he kind of forced the issue on that occasion. But then again, this is 2020 cricket. That's what batters do usually. But Kera can play it normally and get his runs though. There are open spaces on the offside. Kera should have played that one on the offside, and he would be getting runs. That's flicked away beautifully by Kera. It might go down to the boundary for 4. Yes, a valiant effort, but to no avail. It's another 4.
Herman has been a busy fielder in the deep.
Yes, and he's at the firing end here. I mean, like quite a few deliveries, balls went his way. This was, he had no chance though. I mean, it was perfectly executed flick shot away to his right. He ran approximately 30 yards, maybe 20 yards at least. Could not prevent the 4. So I'm not quite sure about the strategy bowling, angling the ball in and trying to defend on the onside. It's hard to defend anything with the new ball on onside. Anything clip behind square will go run down to the boundary. Another shot. This is into the gap. It might go all the way or four for sure.
A couple of bounds.
It was stopped inside. And another 2 to Dallas.
The shot went like a golf ball.
Yeah,
It
it's
just stopped there.
exactly. So after dropping, maybe it hit a area with a lot of grass or something. This is a well-kept cricket ground, mind you.
Yes, it is indeed.
And so, what's the score now? 38 without loss. We are still in the 5th over. This is a dream start. This is what Kera expected, and he's doing it himself. Another good. That's the line he should be bowling all the time. Just outside the line of the off stump. Ask the batsman if he's good enough to drive it through covers. I'm sure Kera is good enough, but at least that is a more challenging shot than clipping off your pads.
Yes.
So this is where the bowler has to be disciplined and try and maintain that line. So they need to learn quickly. That's a good shot. He's good enough. Oh, yeah, you better believe it.
Boundary.
That's a brilliant cut shot for 4. He did it off the front foot, never mind going backward. Most of the cuts are played off your back foot, but this occasion he did it on the front foot. So it was like a dismissive shot, if you will. So this guy has a lot of confidence.
He slashed it really hard.
Oh, yes. There's no question about that shot. If you had any doubt whether he can play on the offside, now you know. It's an all-round batsman. So Rao has a job now. Pinch the single and over to you, Captain.
Yes.
So now tell me about your involvement with Dallas. Are you the cricket coach?
No, I'm with the Dallas Cricket League management.
Okay.
I'm here to make sure that the players get what they want.
Okay.
They should not be running around for food or those type of things.
Absolutely.
Look, taking care of the hotels, and that's what I'm.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So how's stay here in Los Angeles? It's obviously didn't have much time to do anything else other than cricket, right?
Yes, we tried to go and see. I used to live. The next bowler is Evan.
Yeah, so Evan is going to continue from this end. He had a. Let me check his figures. He bowled 1-0 for 10 runs. A little bit expensive, but we had to wait and see whether he can come back. I think the only way to stop Dallas from scoring, they need to get Kera out. Obviously, he's bowling to Rao at the moment, but I think the key wicket here is Kera. I'm sure that they have enough batting, but he's the captain. He's leading from the front, and it's very difficult to contain without taking wickets here, especially on this cricket ground. Oh, that's a good shot. In mind, no, it's going to drop in front of. It wasn't. They managed to get 2. So very good running by Rao and Kera. Rao is moving on to 6 with that 2. So Rao is into his stride now. We saw the exhibition stroke play from Kera over the last 2-3 hours. Now we can see Rao what he's capable of. He managed to get this one fielded, well fielded at mid-on. Just a single this time. He managed to restrict that. The fielder, Nick Thomas, dived into his right. Obviously stopped a definite 4 there. Had the ball passed him, it would have gone all the way to the boundary.
Yes, most certainly.
So Nick Thomas was the hero on day one with that a brilliant 100. He came down the track, but I think Evan saw him coming down and managed to get the ball away from him.
It was a smart bowling by the kid.
Yes, I think the Rao, is it Rao? No, Kera on strike right now. His trigger movement was a little bit earlier than what it should have been. He should have waited a little bit. So the intentions are clear. He's charging down the track. That's a good
That's
shot.
the area he was targeting because there is no fielder in the deep.
Exactly. He's
All he has to-
manipulated in the field. Beautiful batting here by Kera.
Yeah. All he has to
Another
do
four.
all he has to do is clear 30 yards, and that's the boundary for sure.
Perfect. Yes. Perfect execution. 49 without loss. We are still in the power play. This is the last
over,
last
yeah.
of the power play.
We should reach at least 50 just to capitalize on the power play and the good start that we
Absolutely.
got.
This is a great start. 49 without loss in the first 6 overs. I always felt anything over 50 with no wickets, that's a great start
Yes,
in any level of cricket.
absolutely.
Here on 40. He himself can get a 50 in the first 6. A brilliant batting so far. 21 balls for his 40. And if he bats another 5-6 overs, Dallas can achieve whatever. The sky is the limit, they say. So, we know Southern California bat well. They have some good batters. But this is Dallas' turn right now. Nicely guided, but oh, they're stealing a single there. That's a risky run, but they completed it pretty easily. So he moves on to 41.
And that's 50 for Dallas.
Yes, absolutely. That's a very quick 50. 50. The most important thing is they haven't lost a single wicket.
Yes.
Evan, that's the wide. Unfortunately, he has to re-bowl it. I understand what Evan is trying to do. He's trying to bowl away from the batsman, close to the wide, off stump, outside the line of the off stump, and forcing the batsman to come after him. But on this occasion, it was too wide.
Yeah, he's bowling to his field. He has field
that's
set for offside.
Of course.
He has 7-2 field on the offside, so that's why he's bowling more on the offside, because he has no protection or no chance of error on the middle or leg.
Yes, absolutely right. So that's the end of over number 6, 51 without loss. So nothing wrong with that start.
No.
This is what you expected? This is
Somewhat.
what you wanted?
I wanted 60.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
But 50, I will take 50. With this ground, we need 10 runs per over run rate. So
Okay. All right.
we had to capitalize each and every over.
So the robber has to do a job because he's striking only at 50.
Yeah.
So the bulk of the scoring was obviously done by Kera.
Yeah. The one over that went maiden, that hurt us. Otherwise, we would have been at the on target for 60.
Absolutely. That's almost just blasphemous to have a maiden.
When you're scoring at this high rate.
Right. So who's gonna bowl from the other end? The same bowler, I think. Patel.
Sahaj Patel.
Sahaj Patel will be bowling his second over. Sahaj Patel, 1 over 11 runs, and obviously Kera went after him. Some one glorious pull and a glorious cut in that over, if I'm not mistaken. The cut shot was a splendid one, and now he's up against Rao this time. Or is it Kera? He's up against Kera, right? Kera
Yes.
is on strike.
strike.
Yes.
So Sahaj Patel has now field set for him. There's no restriction.
Of course.
So now he can bowl to his strength.
But still, I think the basics have to be followed. The
Yes.
basics should be line and length, just outside the line of the off stump, move the ball away. That's probably the best strategy.
Yeah, looking at the field, I think he's going to keep on bowling on the body because he has more fielders on the boundary on the leg side.
Yeah. So that was a little too short. Kera
2
nicely
runs
got it. It's
here.
going to be 2 for sure. Good running, good competitive cricket, good throw, good cricket all around.
Evan is the throw.
Evan, yes, the bowler who was bowling from this end previously. Good arm. Obviously, he's a fast bowler. He has a pretty good arm. It was a good throw from the team. Patel has to bring his length a little bit up. Try and Yorker lengths. I haven't seen many Yorkers yet. Wide Yorkers may be the way to go for Kera at least. And try and ask him to try and hit those. But execution of Yorkers would be a little bit difficult. It's depending on the bowler. I haven't seen a single Yorker from Patel yet.
Yeah.
The best way to stem the flow of the runs would be to take wickets here for Southern California. They are under the pump here. That's driven nicely, well fielded. Yes, but cannot prevent from Kera getting a single. That brings Rao. So Rao is a pretty attacking player, or is he a more conventional player?
He's more conventional player.
Yes. So his job is to take singles then.
And yeah.
Yes. Now he has enough gaps everywhere now with the field being spread out. So he should just nudge the ball here and there and should be able to get some singles. Yeah, just like that, it might go down to the boundary. No, it's just going to be. They should run 2 here. Yes, good running. There are a lot of empty spaces in this cricket ground. It's pretty decent sized ground. So if you can get the ball off the square, you should get 1 or 2. It's good to see Rao getting into his stride also. That's good. Sliced it away. It goes down to third man. Just a single. Decent delivery. Rao just managed to get a pretty decent edge to it.
Yes, now Basu, we call him Basu.
Okay.
He needs to go and all attack because now we have good attacking backs following.
So you think that Rao has to change his strategy and,
yes, and start attacking.
Yes. All right, that's what the manager thinks.
Well, he has a
Kera. Oh, they are asked. He's out.
Behind.
That's Kera, isn't it? Unfortunately, Kera's innings, he did not score his 50. He was out for 44, caught behind of the bowling of Patel. Patel got his wicket finally. The danger man is out. So, but I'm speaking with the manager of Dallas Cricket League. He feels that they have enough batting depth in the tank, in the dugout. They have power hitters in their lineup.
They're not the sloggers.
The captain is out. He's having a mid-field conference with the new batsman.
No batsman is Dave Giunani.
Giunani is the new batsman.
Yes, Dave.
Dave is the new batsman. So he's a pretty attacking player, just like Kera.
Yes. He will first take some time to get his eyes on the ball.
Of course.
Gauge the pitch, and then he will start playing decent shots. He doesn't play any rash shots. He plays straight bat.
I see. Good
proper cricketing shots, but he creates his own shots.
Very good. So we have a batsman, Dave, is usually going to start off conventional style. He likes to bat himself in first before he attacks. He had a good series so far.
He had a decent, on the first game, that his partnership with the next the batsman coming in was a crucial. They had 90 runs partnership. They scored at probably about 12 or 14 runs per over rate.
Oh, wow.
That got us back into the game, and that set us a setting stone for the bowlers to defend the score. We were playing first game on the turf. It was all the butterflies in the players.
So now tell me about Dallas. You don't have a regular cricket turf?
No, we have artificial concrete and mat.
So this is a huge transformation to get adjusted to surfaces like this.
Yes, all the players were excited. They couldn't sleep all night because they wanted to see how the pitches are.
Right.
First day, everybody came in almost 2 hours prior just to check the pitch, see. Wow. But unfortunately, we were told we cannot practice on
not
the
not even on a side wicket.
Not on this. That's what was told during the pre-conference meetings that we had with the committee. And they said you can practice. We have net practices, but you cannot practice on the pitch. But just we wanted to see like how the bounce is, and also we wanted to. The players were very excited.
So it's off the pad, a field for an LBW, but it was going a lot down leg. So that's the end of over number 7, and Dallas are 58 for 1. So Giovanni, isn't it? That's how,
Dave. We
Dave.
call him Dave.
Dave. Okay. Dave. Giovanni.
Nani.
Giovanni. Okay. So we'll go with Dave.
Yes.
So he's yet to face a ball, and I think it's again Paswan the Rao is going to face. Oh no, he faced one ball that he got that leg boy. So 58, is it 57 or 58 for one now? 58 for one. Yeah.
7 overs. And new bowler. So
So Christopher Lane will be operating. There's a bowling change from this end, the commentator's box end. Medium fast bowler.
off spinner.
Is he an off spinner, Christopher?
Top wicket taker in Division 1.
I see. So he's an off spin bowler from Southern California. I was told that he was the top wicket taker in the league. He seems to be bowling off spinners, is he? Okay, so right arm off spinner. California tournament, not in this series or this tournament. So Christopher Lane, obviously he must have played a lot of cricket here in at Woodley, coming from obviously playing for the home team. So they know how to play on this track, and so let's see whether that he can make an impact. I'm sitting with Dallas, manager of Dallas, so I don't think that he wants him to make an impact. But we are here to watch cricket. So let's see now. Christopher Lane has a job to do to try and curtail this run flow. That's well played off the back foot. The first one is slightly short, I thought, so he had time to go back and place that nicely to deep extra cover for a single. Now, now we have the new batsman on strike,
No.
isn't it?
Basu is on the strike.
Okay, so
Single on the last ball, so Dave was back on strike.
Dave got off the. So he's on one now.
Yes.
So he started his account.
He opened his account.
Yes,
So that's
pretty
very-
much. Then now it's Rao on strike now. That's pulled away. It's going to go down to the boundary. Yes, it's going to be 4. So he managed to beat the fielder. They had a deep mid-wicket in place, but he managed to hit that one to the right of him and got a 4. So that's the desired result here for Rao. Now it seems like Rao has taken the mantle after Kera's dismissal. That's what you are supposed to do.
Yes.
So they have a very good understanding. That's his job until Dave gets settled. So it's going according to plan. The shot, that's a poor delivery. That's a poor delivery, but he kind of got away with it because Robert could not get hold of it that well. The intention was clear. He was trying to hit it the backward square, but
Ball went very high.
yeah, I
so
think
the-
got a top edge or something like that. So just a single on that occasion,
Yes. Good shot, but only single.
right? That's played wide of cover fielder. It's just gonna be that's poor running to. He should have run the first run a little bit faster than that. There was definite 2. Mental note to talk to them about it, but they had been running really well though.
Yes.
Yes, I don't want to be too critical.
No. Yeah, Dave initially he wants his blood flowing, then he starts taking more quick singles.
Got it.
But initially he is very cautious. He wants to see, gauge all the fielders, how they're
Right.
throwing arm in.
That's a dot ball, a rare dot ball. So Christopher Lane. That's a quicker ball. That's beaten outside the line of the off stump. So he managed to complete his over. The last 2 were fairly quick deliveries, I thought. He just fired the ball in. So after 8 overs, 65 for 1, maintaining a run rate of 8 runs an over. there was a slight drop in the scoring rate after that dismissal.
Yes.
But then again, they had to restart. So the projected score at this point is 163. That's not going to be enough. So, but 9 wickets in hand, I'm pretty certain that they are targeting 200.
That's the target that we had discussed in the.
Anything around 200 would be competitive.
Yes.
So obviously the wicket taker Sahaj Patel will continue from the far end. So tell me about Dallas. It's a pretty big city, isn't it?
It is a big city, and we have a lot of cricketing teams. Just in Dallas Cricket League, we have about 150 teams. We cater to all 3 types of cricket. So
What do you mean, all 3 types of cricket?
we play tennis ball cricket also,
Oh,
which is the taped tennis ball.
okay.
Then we have a T20, and then we have a longer form of the cricket, which is T30, which
Okay.
is, so that players get chance to play longer and just to control. We follow the same rules as
ICC.
ICC for 50 overs. Just whatever is the rules for ICC for 50 overs, reduced to 30-over game. That's what we play. So we have total of 150 teams.
Perfect. So Sahaj Patel will be continuing. That's over pitch. It's a slower ball, but nicely pushed for a single. So I think he was slightly deceived by the slowness of the delivery, but the batsman managed to adjust to that and played it sensibly to the closing fielder wide of short extra cover for a single. So it seems Southern California managed to control the stem of the flow of runs. I mean, they managed to control it just a little bit. That's a good delivery again.
Moved outside.
Yeah, that's probably the perfect line. You know, just to concentrate, just wide off the off stump and move the ball further away if you can. So when it's come to 2020 cricket, the beauty of 2020 cricket, you go through these little seesaw situations where momentum can shift from one team to another within 2-3 hours.
Yes.
Sometimes the wicket or so after the loss of the wicket, I can see the momentum has shifted slightly towards Southern California in terms of run scoring. Dallas, we didn't see a 4 after that, did we? Probably, yeah. I wonder whether Rao hit a 4. I think Rao managed to hit a 4. But
Yes, he did hit a 1-4.
yeah,
Yes.
but compared to what we have seen thus far, there's a little lull. I'm not. Yes. Again, Dallas can definitely bounce back. Another one good over. That's powerfully played. It may not go down to the boundary. Well fielded. They will take 2. That's for sure. Good running between the wickets and good fielding. Good cricket all around. So it seems Sahaj Patel has found his line in length, it seems.
Yes.
He was a bit short, I thought,
In the first over.
in the first over. Obviously, he's a quality cricketer. He represented the United States for a reason.
Now he has got more fielders on the offside. So I guess
He's concentrating
bowling
on that
to-
line.
yes.
Yes,
rather than bowling on into
on the onside, yeah.
yeah.
So that should be the line for me.
Always.
Always, because it's hard to control on the onside. So that's a very good over thus far. Let's see now. The score is
68.
68 for 1. How many more balls left in this over? Just one more. Let's see whether he can finish well. Not really. Played beautifully for 4. It was sliced over backward square, wide of the extra cover fielder for 4. So good ending to the over for Dallas. Ruined the figures of Sahaj Patel.
From 3 runs to win to 7 runs to over.
Yeah, it's from 3 to 7. That's a big difference, right? But overall, 7
it was a good
it's a pretty
over,
good
yeah.
over. In 2020 cricket, you cannot be overly critical about a 4 because that happens. It's a very good game so far, very competitive. Dallas batted superbly. I didn't think Southern California bowled poorly either.
No, they did well.
Yes,
So talking about the first game, that was a high-scoring game for 200.
right.
Till 15th over, Southern California was in the driving seat. They were winning the game.
Right.
Then there was a batsman came from Houston.
Ali. My goodness.
D. They called him D.
Yeah.
And within 19 balls, he scored 79 runs and
You
took
know-
the game away from.
The most important thing is his 50 came in 12 balls. I was
Yes.
commentating on that match. I remember Yuvraj Singh got a 50 in 12 balls in the World Cup, the 2020 World Cup against, that 36 runs he hit against
Yeah.
Stuart Broad. That took 12 balls. And he matched, obviously this is not international cricket, but the impact was the same.
Yes, but his hitting was clean.
Oh, of course, there's no
And
question about it.
every like he didn't hit only on the onside or he was hitting every corner of the ground. So that was an impeccable batting that I saw.
You witnessed the match.
Yes,
Oh,
our match was,
hitting.
yes, our match was over and we were watching from there. His
I was
hitting.
totally impressed with the guy.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I do apologize. It's driven to extra cover. Who's the bowler?
Christopher.
Okay, Christopher Lane is back on. The first ball was driven to extra cover for a single.
Who's this guy? Basu. Basu is batting now.
Basu, that's Dave? No.
No,
Yeah.
Dave is on the non-striker.
Okay,
range.
so what's his real name? Rao, yeah.
Yeah, Rao. Yeah.
Rao is on strike now. That's lofted. It's going to come down here. Maybe a single. Well fielded there. Well fielded. Very well fielded there. So, just a single.
Yeah, fielded by Kunj.
I see. Very good job.
How we doing over here?
Good. Good start by Dallas. Doing really well at the moment.
You're happy, huh?
Southern California hasn't bowled poorly. It's just good batting. That's another good shot wide of extra cover. It's going to run down to the boundary for. No. Yeah. Is it a 4? Yeah, it's 4. It's 4. It has to be a 4.
Over the ground.
What's the score?
Is it a 4 or not? Give me a second. No signal from the umpire, so it's just 2. Another good job by the fieldsman over there. Can you give me a 76 for 1? Is it accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, we are in the 10th over, 76 for 1, Dallas. That's short outside the line of the off stump, but quick. He fired that one in. The spin bowler, Christopher Lane, it's not exactly spinning the ball. He's firing it in. He's a strong guy. He has very good shoulder action. He fires the ball in. And few occasions, he managed to beat the bat. That's wide. Came back a little bit, so he had to play. Just a single. They're running back. There was a stop. Yeah, he almost tumbled. The throw didn't come quick enough. Still 2 runs. This is good competitive cricket.
Yes.
I like to watch this type of cricket. Yeah, so if you're a cricket lover, this is what you want, right? 78 for 1. That was wrapped on the pads, but they are going to run for a leg boy. It doesn't matter how you get the runs as long
are
as they
there.
come, you know,
Every run counts in cricket.
especially in 2020 cricket.
Yeah. And the games are very close, single run matters.
So 79 for 1. They are maintaining a run rate of
7.9.
no, it's more than that, right? Let's see.
Is it 9 overs or 10?
It's
10
only
overs?
9 overs, so it has to be over 8.
Is it 9 overs or 10 overs?
So, 10. Okay, so you're right. I do
7.9.
apologize. So it's going to be 7.9. So after 10. So Southern California didn't let Dallas get away. It's a pretty good start, 80 for 1. Nothing wrong with that. But considering they're a little bit behind, in your opinion at least,
Yes.
right?
I was expecting at least they should have came close to 100.
I
That
see.
was my expectation.
Right.
So we'll be
You're
there.
you're a hard man to please.
I will be pleased when we win the championship. That's my goal. We traveled all the way from Dallas, so that's our goal.
That's good. That's very good. Nothing wrong with that attitude.
Every game is important game now from now onwards.
Well, it is like winner,
Win or
lose
go
or goes
home.
home. Yeah, yeah.
Win or go home.
Yeah, win or go. Yeah, exactly. So 10 overs, but one good thing though, they have 9 wickets still in hand.
Yes.
So
They have good batting to follow.
right.
So
So I think the strategy, I'm sure, your coaching staff, of course, I'm sure they agree with your assessment of the situation. They probably want the message should be, obviously they're having a drinks break now. The next 10 overs, they probably have to target like the next 3 overs where we want to be. I don't know how they're going to break it down the next 5 overs.
usually we take like 2-3 overs at a time.
Right.
So by 15th over we reassess the situation, and then last 5 overs then we again change it. So in cricket things happen so quickly. If 2-3 wickets are down, then we have to reassess the target.
So the ultimate target is 200 at this
Close
point.
to 200.
Like, let's say that's the target.
Yes.
So you need to work your way how to get there. There's no one way to get there. You can have only way to get there.
Oh, yeah.
12 balls 50, right? Yeah, kind of like that. So, but those things don't happen often. 12 ball 50.
It's very rare.
Yes.
It's a very rare feat. Even like Yuvraj Singh was also able to do only once. Or even Shahid Afridi did only once. It's 17 balls, half century. So it's not like every day, unless you're Virendra Sehwag type batsman who just goes and whacks every delivery. So that's a different type of a batsman.
Believe it or not, Virendra Sehwag didn't have a great ODI career.
Yeah.
He was it's so funny, so ironic, his attacking stroke play happened in Test cricket. I mean, he was a great ODI player, but he wasn't like consistent enough like Tendulkar or others, or Virat Kohli for that matter.
Yeah, he took advantage of the field placements most of the time because the fields were like slips, a lot of slips.
right.
So he would slash hard, and
That's
to
right, in
get
Test
two,
cricket.
two triple centuries, that's quite an achievement. No, other than Brian Lara, nobody has done that. Just one thing to point out: there are 2 cars parked right at the long of boundary. Once the hitter starts to come, they
Oh my
need to
goodness.
move those.
Yeah, obviously, that's a bad place to park any type of vehicle.
Yes,
Even
it's-
those people who are sitting, obviously looking at the other direction, they are at the firing range also.
Yes,
They would not see the ball coming.
because last week I saw a lot of balls like.
Oh
flying
yeah,
into the other
absolutely.
player.
With Thomas hitting
Oh, yeah.
all the sixers, he was
Thomas
muffling
and
them out of
Harmit.
the ground. Okay, one other player, I was thinking, one other player had 2 triple centuries. That's Chris Dale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he made 333 against Sri Lanka and 318 against South Africa. I was thinking, and of course, Brian Lara won 400 and 375.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came close to the third one. He
Against
got
Sri
out
Lanka.
at,
I
he
know, I
got out
remember.
at 294 or 296.
Against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I remember that. I hated it, but I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are ready to commence here again. Let me see. Yeah, the fielders are moving to their respective positions. So this is going to be very interesting. The next 5 overs. We have to wait and see who strikes first. Whether Dallas going to continue their merry way, whether Southern California going to surprise us with a wicket or 2. As you pointed out, this is 2020 cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game can change in a heartbeat.
Who's bowling?
Like Sahaj at the moment. It's I think, yeah, third last one.
Patel?
Yeah.
So Patel will be continuing from the far end. This will be his third. He has bowled 3 overs already. This is his 4th over. 3 overs, 1 for 24. He has done his job. Let's see whether he can finish well with his last over. If he can take a wicket, of course, his job is done. That's probably what they expect him to do. But the batsman on strike is Dave Givnani. Yes. That's a good ball, played nicely. Quick single there, very good single. So Dallas Oh, now let's see. Is it 80 for 1?
80
Yes,
for 1.
80 for 1. Just the beginning of the 11th over. The projected score is somewhere around 157, 160. They would not be happy with that. I can assure you that. And that's not going to be enough, I think, unless something drastic happens to Southern California batting. 160 may not be enough. Well, the apps can project whatever they want, but this is cricket, and we know. Should be. Can anyone catch this? No. A leading edge there by Rao, and he was lucky to be there. It just dropped on no man's land, so he had no control over that shot.
He had got license to now go for it.
Yes, you had been saying this for a few overs now.
Yes.
He had the license 5 overs ago, but this is where every over is important.
This is Sahaj's fourth over, I guess.
This is the last over for him. He has bowled 3 overs for 24. Obviously, he took a wicket. So he's going at 8 runs an over. That's a nice, well-directed ball here. Good comeback. So this is a good over so far. He has bowled 2 balls, just 3.2 overs, 1 for 26 at the moment. Obviously, Southern California wants him to try and take another wicket. That would be the perfect ending to his spell. But then again, he has done his job thus far. Helicopter or something going, aircraft.
The guy is like removing the boards and something.
Someone is walking in front of the bowler's arm, of course. We don't have side screens here, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's one thing, because the car, if the white car moves, the ball comes in that angle. It's very difficult to.
That's right. That's a wide, unfortunately. He has to re-bowl that. He lost his shape a little bit with that delivery. I'm amazed by the number of wides that they have bowled, not in this particular game, but overall. It's just, it's an issue with discipline. I'm not quite sure why there have been so many wides. That's a good shot by Dave. Bisfield there, it might allow him to come back, yes. It was just a single because of the misfield. Dallas managed to get back for a second, for a second run. So that was Dave. He moves on to 11. I think he's on 9. 82 for 1, is that right? 11, right? Okay, so there's a delay in this update. So 84 for 1. Got it. Oh, yeah, that hurried on to him. He managed to still get that one to the deep square leg for a single. Dallas are scoring runs at the moment, but I think what's lacking here, the boundaries are not coming as regularly as what they had in the past in the first 6 overs. There's obviously a few restrictions have been lifted. That plays a role. I think the biggest damage was when Kera got out. No one actually took his mantle, although Robert tried a little bit. We had to wait and see. So 85 for 1. This is the last ball of Sahaj Patel's spell. Not just this over, but he'll be done after this ball. So let's see whether he can finish his spell well. I think, that's a swing and a miss. I thought he nicked it, but that's a very good end to his spell. He bowled 4 overs for 30. That's a pretty good, impressive under the circumstances on this particular cricket ground.
Yes.
Average of run rate of economy rate of 7.5. Yeah, that's impressive. and he took the all-important wicket as well.
Yes.
Looks like this is bad.
Christopher Lane will be operating. He'll
Ball is third over.
he'll be bowling his third over. So far, he bowled well. 2 overs for 13, going at only 6.5 per over. So these two have put the brakes on Dallas. Concern manager here a little bit.
Yes, I think by now they should have gone across 100, but
So your message to Rawa, hit out or get out?
yes. We have quite a good hitters at the boundaries are dried out, so
You know, Rawa can rewind this telecast or webcast and see this.
that message might have gone already to him.
Already, okay. Okay, then. Christopher Lane, fastest off breaks, will be commencing his third over from the commentator's box end. He's making some final adjustments to his field. We have a deep extra cover long off on the offside. Then we have mid on, long on, I should say, mid wicket on the onside. Do we have another fieldsman on the boundary other than these four? Probably not, right? Oh yeah, spoiling as well. Driven, this might go down. No, well fielded. He's doing a wonderful job. They ran a good running, good cricket all around again. A powerfully struck stroke, well fielded by the fieldsman at the boundary. Evan, yes, Evan is doing a wonderful job at the boundary. He had been doing really well. So that's no run again, another dot ball.
Christopher is getting a lot of bowling tips from the pavilion end.
Bowling tips.
Yes. The groundsman is telling him where to bowl. Yeah.
So he managed to get 2 dot balls in after that too. So 3 balls, 2 runs. A very good over so far. So Dave has a job to do here. Dave 14 off of 16. That's sort of a cross-batted swipe through. So that was. This is a very impressive over so far.
You know, Christopher has started moving his fields out with just swing and a miss. I guess he doesn't want the last ball to go. Is it last ball?
Last ball, yeah, last ball of the over. So he has conceded only 2 runs thus far in this over. One of the finest overs in this match. Obviously, there was a maiden earlier. That's only going to be 2 maximum. Again, Evan quickly from extra cover, but he couldn't prevent the second. But a very good over nevertheless. Very good over. After 3 overs, he has conceded only 17. So Dallas have moved on to 89 for 1 after 12 overs. Is it 89? Yeah, 89 for 1. Just to confirm.
12.
So after 12, 8 more overs to go. To get to 200, they have to bat really well from here on out.
Yes, that's for sure.
Yes.
He has the ball right. Might be coming back.
Okay, the JD has the ball right now. He may want to bring himself in to the attack. He bowled only 1 over. He bowled the second over of the innings. Then, of course, it's going to be him, isn't it? Yep. JD will be bowling from the far end. So I don't really look at this projected score. Never. I usually, but I mean, like the app telling me it's going to be only 148. You just laugh at it.
We never know.
You never know.
First game, our projected score was 260. We ended up with 174.
It is what it is. As long
One
as
good over either side, you can change the projected score easily.
absolutely,
Final
absolutely. But for them to get to 200, they need to have someone has to play a blind now.
Yes.
So JD, that was hit straight back to him. No run. Good start by JD again. So this is Dallas is under some level of pressure now. Despite they have 9 wickets in hand. I'm sure that the 2 batters in the middle are feeling it a little bit, but they can obviously change this situation. Oh, well fielded, well gathered by wicketkeeper. That was wide, a leg by.
It's a buy. It should be.
No, leg by. Leg by, yes. Umpire signal leg by. So, but it could have been more than one. Good effort by the wicketkeeper behind the stumps. So 90 for 1. That's neatly played. That's very creative here. It's going to come down here for a 4. See, nifty work there by the batsman, Dave. He just played that paddle sweep type shot. Just guided the ball from just outside the line of the off stump to fine leg. It's a beautiful batting. So, a good improvisation there by the batsman. Dr. Rai is here in the commentary box. Sir, how are you? So good. So far, Southern California has managed to put the brakes on Dallas a little bit. They had a wonderful start.
Thank you, Sanoj. Wonderful morning it is, and yeah, so it's wonderful because the weather is so nice and it's not as hot as yesterday, and I'm sure you appreciate that, correct? That yeah, and so and it's been
Another shot. Again, the same result. Another one of those paddle sweeps. So this is a very good over. All of a sudden, Dave is finding ways to score here. So they were bumped down a little bit. Then Dave figured out a way to score runs. This is the beauty of 2020 cricket. Improvisation. That's what we saw in this over. 2 fours behind fine leg. Both were taken out of outside the line of the off stump line. So 94 for 1 in the 13th over.
yeah.
At the bid. 98 for 1. Oh, beautifully balled. It's just they're gonna pitch a single. No, well fielded, and yes, no run. So
Yeah, anyway, it's been quite a journey through this tournament so far, and everyone's had a great time. It's been a wonderful experience. And all the teams that have traveled from all over the country, they had a good time last night when we had this informal dinner gathering. And so this afternoon we'll have the presentation and the awards after the finals. And in the next 15, 20 minutes, during the innings break, I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Sabakarim, who is the former international player from India.
Oh, yeah.
And
wicketkeeper batsman from
yes,
India.
he's part of the Cricket Americas and that are hosting the 60 Strikes Mayor's Cup in Florida in early December. So I will be interviewing him. Just so the viewers know that to expect, Sabakarim to be live around 11:15 a.m. Pacific time. So it'll be,
Looking forward to seeing him and meeting him. And this is during the lunch break.
And no, during the innings break.
Innings break. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's a
sir.
quick meeting, quick interview.
Yes, yeah.
So this is the 14th over. Christopher Lane is operating. That's a very good sweep shot. He found a way on the onside for 4. That's Dallas's 102 for 1 in the 14th over. In fact, it's a 6. I do apologize. It went all the way over mid wicket for 6. A very good strike there by the batsman. So that was Rao. Yes, Rao on 29 now. He said, let me see. What's the score right now?
104.
104. Rao is on 29 of 31 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. And ably supported by Dave Ivnani, who's on 24 of 23 balls. So after a little while, Dallas have found a way to hit some force in the last few balls.
Yeah, looks like they are.
That's nicely played again. Another delivery fired in by Lane, but this time it's 2. So Dallas have managed to up the ante here a little bit. 104 for 1. 106 for 1, I should say now. Moving on. Well, now, it's going to be a competitive score in the range between 180 and 200. I'm not quite sure how much they would end up getting. Cricket is a funny game. We all know this. Few good overs can change, or few wickets can change for the bowling team as well. So we had to wait and see how well Dallas can play from here on out, how well they can organize their innings in the next few overs. That was a full toss, but the batsman could not get hold of it that much, but still managed to push that one to mid-off for a single. So Lane in his fourth over. That's a wide. He has to re-bowl that. Lane has to re-bowl that one, unfortunately. That's lofted. It's coming down this way. It's going to be full. Very well placed shot. He came down the track and hit that one behind the bowler's head, over the bowler's head. Straight as an arrow, bisecting the fielders in the deep. So, Dave into his after. Another beautifully driven stroke. It's going to be just a single this time, straight to extra cover. So it seems Dallas found their mojo, if you will, again. They're batting well. The last few 2 overs, they made some runs, quick runs here.
Yes, we need more overs of both sides.
Of course, they need to continue to do that. That's a lofted shot. It's coming this way. It's going to go down to the boundary as well. So
This is a good over.
this is a very good over. Christopher Lane managed to put the brakes in the previous overs, but Dallas found a way to counter-attack him and find a way to attack Lane. So
19 runs of the over. We need 2-3 overs of these to
right. So
reach the target.
Christopher Lane had the figures of he was going at only 6 runs an over, and at the end he finished with 9 runs an over. 4 overs for 36. He obviously none for 36 of his 4 overs. So it seems Dallas are back on track. 117 for 1 after 14 overs.
We're still behind by 20 runs.
So we have Dallas manager rejoining us. He's a hard man to play, so he's claiming that they're still 50 runs behind.
Yes, most certainly.
Most certainly, he says.
Jaffer Naqvi, opener bowler.
Okay, so the opening bowler is back on. Obviously, Patel finishes scored of 4 overs.
But Christopher also finished his quarter of 4 overs.
Absolutely, yes. So obviously they have to contend with other bowlers now. Jaffer.
First one. Your first one. Good. Cricket uniform? Cricket uniform.
Jaffer has bowled 2 overs for 9, had a very good start. Let's see whether that he can keep up with that good work. That shot played beautifully, but it's only a single down to extra cover.
Yes, David.
Yeah. So Dave moves on to, is he 30 or 31? 30. 30. The score is 117 for
118.
118, of course. That brings Rao to the striker's end, who's on 36 of 34 balls. He charged down the track, but missed it completely. So the intentions are clear by the Dallas batsmen. Of course, they are not gonna, obviously they are on the attack now. It is the right time, of course, right?
Yep, with 5+ overs left.
Yes, absolutely. So they should target around 75 minimum. That's 15 runs an hour.
Yes.
If they can get that. So that's beautifully bowled again. So he's doing a good job, Jaffa. Well, 3 balls so far, considered only 2. So Dave is on strike now. So I think they need to target at least a minimum of 1 boundary per over, ideally 2.
Yes.
Yes. But a minimum of 1 every over from here on out. That's the first one. It's gonna sail over for 6. Now that one, not from a coaching manual point of view, but he muscled it over mid-on for 6. This is 2020 cricket. They need to do what they need to do. He got the left leg cleared, threw the hands at it, but beautifully connected, well over, long onset for 6. So all of a sudden, Jaffa is under pressure. That's a slower ball, nicely guided down to. Oh, there's a slight misfield. They're going to steal the second run. That was Evan at the deep. He has done a wonderful job thus far with his fielding, but on this occasion, he was not up to the task. So what's the score now?
127.
127 for 1 now. This is the business end. Oh, that's he tried that little paddle sweep over the shoulder, but he didn't make contact. So that's the end of the over. 15 gone, 127 for 1. 5 more overs, sir. This is the business end of the innings. Who's going to bowl from this end, do you think?
Yeah.
Christopher Lane has finished his quota. There will be a new bowler, that I can assure you. So,
Looks like it's Kunj coming on. He's
has he bowled before?
No,
No, this is the first time he's going to bowl. It's a difficult time to
Looks
bowl.
like he's a spinner.
Yeah, it's a difficult time to come in and bowl the 16th over. This is your first over, and when the batsmen are trying to go after you, and all of a sudden the captain tells you to bowl.
Yeah.
Kunj, right?
So it's Kunj, you said? How do you pronounce his name?
Kunj.
Kunj. He'll be bowling from the commentator's box end. Looks like a left-arm spin bowler to me. So left-arm orthodox, I assume.
Yeah. It's coming from the commentary end, like the straight hit is the bigger one. He's bowling to the bigger boundary.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So he's making a few adjustments to the field. He's moving his short mid-wicket fieldsman down to square leg area. There's no short mid-wicket right now. Driven straight down and might get the caught here. Oh, drop. That wasn't a very good effort.
Chris.
So it's another high catch went begging. Who was that batsman?
Batsman was
Basu.
Christopher dropped him.
Christopher dropped him. Christopher Lane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. That was a simple catch straight to him, but he dropped. So these are the mistakes that Southern California have to avoid if they want to go on to win this. So you cannot, that was a let off. So the poor fielding in this tournament continues. I had been very critical of that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That should be out. Yes, finally.
I just want to welcome everyone here.
Yeah, the wicketkeeper got the stumping done. Harpreet Singh was equal to the task.
I'm telling you.
And the second wicket falls 130 for 2, is it?
You guys love it. Spread the word.
Next batsman is Ajay Masan.
Being played here all
130 for 2.
Yeah, 130 for 2 now. We are in the 16th over.
Here at Woodley Park. We have the first division, the second division, the third division, and the fourth division.
Dave got out.
Just in case.
Dave scored 38 of 29 deliveries. One can argue that he batted okay. It's hard to place the Dallas manager of Dallas Cricket League, but he did a pretty decent job, I thought. So the new batsman is Mazand, Ajay Mazand. A right-handed batsman? Yeah. Okay.
Increasing.
So we are in the 16th over, a timely wicket by Southern California. Was Dave got dropped by Nicholas or the other one? So see, one could argue that there should have been 130 for 3. But
Yes.
And the run less, 129.
yes, exactly. You're right. Scorer is pointing out, that run wouldn't have been counted. Yes, I understand that. So 130 for 2. So what's done is done. We can only look forward to seeing the rest of the match. So you can only go forward. So the spin bowler, Bagad bowling his Kunj Bakad, bowling his first over, has done a wonderful job now. 4 balls that he has bowled, conceded 3 runs and took a wicket. There's nothing wrong with that in the 16th over. There's a nicely bowled. It's only going to be 1. So he has opened his account with a single. Or is it Rava got the single?
Ajay Masan.
Masad, he has opened his account with that single. That brings Ravo back onto strike. He's on strike now. Let's see whether Kunj can finish his over well. Played away to mid-wicket, and it's going to be the 4 or 6. It's going to be 4. So Ravo is doing what he's supposed to do. He's the informed batsman who had been there for a long time now. He opened the batting, so he batted for nearly 16 overs. So 42 of 38 balls so far. 135 for 2 after 16. So another 4 overs to go, sir.
Minimum 10 runs per over we need now from now.
So the target would be around 175 if that's the case.
Yes.
When you consider the number of wickets still intact, I tend to agree with you in terms of the scoring rate.
It gets also difficult because the new batsman, he doesn't get any chance to get settled, so it will
That's right.
take more time for him.
So you think they lost the plot a little bit in between 10 to 15 hours?
Yes, we
8 to 15, I would say.
Couple of overs we didn't score very well.
Right.
No excuses there.
Let's see whether that you are right or not. It's until the second team bats, you don't know exactly how the wicket plays and all that, right?
Yeah, as the sun is beating the pitch, so it will get more drier.
Right. And it will be better for batting.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Evan. He's commencing his. Is he bowling his third over?
Yep.
He'll be bowling his third over. So far, he has conceded 19. Not a bad economy rate, considering this is a good batting pitch and all that. So third over. A good delivery to begin with. That's the line he should concentrate on. Keep on bowling there and challenge the batsman to hit through the offside. That has been my strategy. If I were playing cricket, I would be doing that. Until the batsman going to tell you to bowl somewhere else. Is it a wide? Yes, it is too wide. He's flirting with that line, obviously trying to bowl wide outside the line of the off stump. At times, obviously, he cannot control the ball. It's a fine line between the wide line, right? Or good ball versus a wide. But I think he should keep on bowling that line there. Yeah, another swing and a miss. That's decent. This is the line. A good comeback by Evan. He's slightly built, but he's decent pace. The ball is carrying through to the wicketkeeper. No problem. Do you have any quick bowlers in your ranks?
We have couple. I think most of the attack is quick, except one spinner.
Okay. That's a wide again. See, Evan, that's a close call. He was surprised, but it is what it is. When you bowl there, you expect 2 wides. He doesn't have Lasit Malinga's accuracy. The wide Yorkers. That's lofted and it's out of the ground.
Huge six.
That's a huge six, a humongous shot. And he overpitched one. This is why he shouldn't be bowling near the batsman's feet. You know, he should still concentrate on outside along the off stump. On this occasion, he bowled straight at him and got the treatment. A massive hit. A massive hit. 143 for 2 now.
Yes.
Another, that's a swing and a miss. So this is where 6 is good, but they need to still rotate the strike. So Masand on 7 of 6 deliveries with 1-6.
Yes.
That's a slow one played firmly. It's going to go down to the boundary for 4, I think. Yes, it is a 4. So 147 now. One more ball left in this over, I think.
Yeah.
So they managed to score at least 11 here.
12 runs.
12 runs already with 1 ball to spare.
Yeah.
So if they can get another 4, so they're scoring around 15, 16. So that's a very good over for the batting team.
Yeah.
Short, is it a wide? Does it call a wide?
No.
No, that's it.
One for the over.
1 for the over, that's good then. So 147, that's over number 17. 3 overs to go. And we are looking at minimum 170, 180.
170, 175.
Yes. Anything beyond that would be a plus at this point. So we had to wait and see. So that's a pretty expensive over by Evan. So 3 overs, 31 runs now. He's going at a rate of 10.3. Who's bowling now or from this end?
Coming back.
Captain JD.
Is it JD?
Yeah.
Okay, captain will be bowling from this end.
This is his second over or third? It's his third over.
His third over, he has bowled 2 overs for 20. So he's going at 10 at the moment. And this is the toughest time to bowl. Only 3 overs to go. Dallas saw 147 for 2. Baswant Rao has been there since the beginning. 42 not out of 38 balls with 4 balls and 1 6. Ajay Masand has hit a 4 and a 6. He's on 11 of 8 balls. So we have Christopher Nicholas Thomas here in front of us, covering our wave. The tall figure, he's fielding at long off, a very straightish long off. JD start with a good delivery, a slight misfield that allows a single. So these are the mistakes that everyone has to avoid. Every run counts. It should have been a dot ball. Turns out to be a single. 148 for 2. We are in the 18th over. That's a lofted shot. It might go down to the boundary unless Thomas can catch. Nope. It's going to be 4. A very good start to the over. 1 and a 4 so far. Early in the piece, if you can hit a 4 in the first or the second ball, bowler will be under pressure. So the batting teams, in their perspective, they need at least 2 boundaries every over from here on out. If they can get 3, that would be bonus. Another, this one straight to wideish long on. It's almost wide mid-wicket. So they have a lot of fielders on the leg side, where what we call the cow corner. 3 men saving the cow corner area. So we have mid-on, deep mid-wicket, and there's another fielder in between. So they are saving the cow corner area. That's where most batsmen would like to hit. So is it a wide down the leg side? No, I think it brushed something off. It obviously brushed something, right, on its way.
Yeah.
Just to, I'm checking with the score. What's the current score? Is it 153 for 2?
Yes.
Okay.
17.4 overs.
Right. And who's the batsman on strike right now?
It's batsman.
Baswat Bravo on 43 of 39 balls. That's a lofted shot. It may not go down to the boundary, but let's see whether they can at least take 2. No, it had a good bounce. Fielder did well to, Fielder did well to contain their scoring. Just a single this time. 154 for 2. So far, good over. Despite that 4, there's one more ball left in Reddy's over. JD, we call him, the captain of Southern California. This is his 3rd over. Final ball. A Yorker length, played well. It might go down to the boundary for 4. It's in the gap. It is going to be, is it a 4? Well fielded, it seems. I didn't know. They think that it was saved. There's no signal from the umpire, so it's only 2 or 3.
3.
They managed to get 3 there. So the score moves on to 157?
Yes.
157 for 2 after 18. With 2 overs to go, the projected score is still 174. I'm pretty sure they like to have 180, 185 here. With 8 wickets in hand, they should go
180.
Yeah, another 23 runs minimum. Try and get 180 here. I'm not quite sure whether it's going to be enough, but you don't know until the second team bats. So Rao still on 44. One can argue that. Face on 11 balls for his 19. So they need to hit some boundaries, at least 2 boundaries each over. Who's going to be bowling the 19th over? Let me see now. Evan will be bowling his last over. He has bowled 3 overs for 31. He'll be happy if he can maintain his economy rate of 10 per over, especially in the 19th over. If he can bowl a 10-run over here, he'll take it. So he's up against Masan, is it?
Yes.
First ball is just like a good Yorker. Very good Yorker, but they managed to steal a single there. He had to dig that one out. A good Yorker. Batsman was good enough to keep it out, but again, just a single. A very competitive cricket game here at right field this morning. This is the first semi-final. That's a short one,
6.
and it's going to drop, and it's going to be 4 runs. He couldn't get hold of it, but managed to get enough bat on it, and the ball, obviously, it wasn't the best decision from the bowler. It was way too short. He's not quick enough to do that, although he may have surprised the batsman, but he managed to get enough bat on it for a 4. So I think Evin should go back to his Yorker length deliveries rather than bowling short like that. That's a pretty decent delivery. But if he managed to get the gap there, it's going to go down to the boundary for 4. Yeah. That's a very good shot. Use the pace. I think it's Rabo has moved on to 52. 52 or 43 deliveries. Good performance by Rabo. 166 for 2 now with 3 balls to go in this over. What kind of damage can he do here? Rao on 52 now. No pressure. Let's see. Oh, that's a great delivery by Evan. Got him out with a superb Yorker. This is the best response he can give. He should be bowling those Yorkers from here on out. That's the name of the game at this point. But in any way, Ravo played wonderfully for his 52. And it's going to be Harsha replacing him. What's Harsha's last name?
Simarana.
Simarana. Harsha Simarana is the new batsman with
He's
is an
left-handed batsman.
left-handed. Is he an attacking player?
Yes, and he used to do modeling and play cricket in Sri Lanka.
Modeling.
Yes, he was
Okay.
a ramp walker,
I see.
very famous in Sri Lanka.
Oh, really? I didn't realize this. I'm Sri Lankan, but I don't know much about him. I do apologize, but I'm not Sri Lankan, but I lived here, so I don't know much about it.
We took his word, so we'll ask him about it. Then.
I should interview him later, right? So, Sirimani is last name? Okay. Harsha Sirimana. Yes, I can see he's a left-handed batsman from Sri Lanka. He's also a model in his, leisure time, a hobby.
Yes.
So let's see whether he can make an impact here in the last few balls of this over. So 2 more balls left in this over. And he's up against another Sri Lankan, Evan. So let's see. These 2 Sri Lankans.
So we have a Sri Lankan commentating for a Sri
Exactly.
Lankan batsman,
That's
a
right.
Sri Lankan bowler.
Exactly. So we'll see. Harsha Sirimana facing his first delivery from Evan Heva Gigan. That's why I can pronounce his last name. Heva Gigan. That's a beautiful ball. Leg boy. So just 1 run. That's a good Yorker from Evan again. This is what I want him to do. All those Yorkers. And the maximum they can get is a single. So 167 for 3.
Yes.
Brings Ajay Mazan, the big hitting Mazan, back to the striker's end. That's a good shot. It's going to go down to the boundary for 4. That's powerfully hit. He muscled that one. Again, Evan dropping it slightly short and giving Mazan an opportunity to muscle that one past the bowler for 4. So that brings Dallas score up to 171 for 3. 1 more over to go. So you will get your 180, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
24 runs would make it happier.
24 runs in the over. That's what the cricket manager from Dallas wants in the last over, to get the score up to 195. Let's see whether he can do that.
Finish that match? Yeah.
JB has the ball. Looks like he's going to finish his program.
So who's bowling?
JB.
Oh, the JD will be bowling his last over. The captain has taken the ball and he's going to deliver the last over here and try and contain Dallas to manageable proportions here. Dallas 171 for 3. Dallas's manager of Dallas cricket team feels they're a little bit under par here, but he's expecting a big last over here. Obviously, JD from Southern California has other ideas. He's trying to contain them. But with 7 wickets in hand, and he'll be bowling to Harsha Siriman, who has only faced 1 delivery. Ideally, I think Harsha should take the single and give the strike to Ajay Masond, unless Harsha can come up with a boundary or 6 himself.
Yeah, he has a long hand.
He's quite capable of using the long handle here, according to the Dallas team members here who are standing behind me. I cannot say anything bad about them, of course. They are standing right behind me.
At least for now.
At least for now. That's a full length delivery. He managed to get that one, force that one to mid off for a single. Brings inform Mazand onto the striker's end. So this is the last over of their innings. Dallas have advanced to 172 for 3 with 5 balls left. Ajay Mazand on 24. It's a little cameo from him. 13 balls, 24. Nothing wrong with that. 3 fours and a 6. I'm sure that he would love to clear the boundary at least once or twice in this over. The very first one, as I just said, he cleared the boundary with a massive 6. Now that is one of the biggest sixers today. It went over the tree line into the other cricket ground, in fact, so someone has to go fetch it. That was a magnificent hit, and he managed to clear the left leg and hit through the line, and it landed on the other field. We have 4 fields and 1 right behind us. There's another match going on there, right?
Yeah, they're in the innings break. They're at the innings
Do you have any information about that match?
168. 168 they scored.
Who batted first? Another magnificent stroke. It's coming down this way for another 6.
Colorado batted first, 468.
So, as the Dallas manager pointed out, he wanted 24 runs. He got half of it already. 12 runs in 2 balls. Mazan on the march. This is what we want in a 2020 match, in the final over of a 2020 match. 184 for 3. 184 for 3. So they are trying to retrieve the ball from the other ground. It was a massive hit. Probably one of the biggest hits we saw over the last 3 days here at Woodley. It's a strong man, Fasad.
The other match, Colorado scored 168.
Colorado on the other side, they scored 168 in their 20 overs, a little bit below par, I thought. Oh, is it a wide? Yes, it's a wide. So Dallas might get that 200 that they were looking for. What's the score right now, sir?
185.
185 with 3 balls to go.
3 to go.
So the Dallas members here, they want 3 sixers from Mazan. Let's see whether it's going to happen. He's on to 36 now. Oh, great little cameo here. Another good shot. It's going to go down to mid-wicket, light mid-on area. Just a single. That brings model Harsh Sirimana. What is he going to do? Clear the boundary? Or is he going to get a single?
Go swing back, whatever comes. We take
I see. 186 for 3 now. Just 2 balls left. Sirimana, it's a tough thing for him. He just came into bat. So they expect him to hit 4s and 6s here. They expect him to reach the boundary here. Oh, powerful shot, but the batsman could not
The last ball, 187.
hold on to that. Last ball now. The desired result is to get Mazan back on to face the last ball. Ideally, he would like to finish this off with a massive 6. 187 for 3.
Bowler is injured.
Ball is, yes, obviously that was a powerful strike back to the bowler. He's wringing his fingers. Is it the wrist or the fingers? Looks like the fingers. Hopefully he doesn't have a broken finger here. 187 for 3, is it? Yeah. Last ball. He may not be able to finish the over, it seems.
Jafar Naqvi is bowling the last ball.
Yeah, so unfortunately, JD cannot finish his over, and someone else to bowl the last ball. So I can see him putting ice on his fingers. The captain is injured.
Jafar?
This is an unfortunate situation. Hopefully he'll be able to bat.
Yeah. So,
So-
Jafar is taking last ball in the last ball.
Yeah. So who's Jaffer was asked to bowl the last ball. So Masan on strike. Last ball. Oh, that's a wide. So he has to re-bowl it. 188 for 3. 188 for 3. They still have one ball left. Jaffer was asked to finish the over that JD couldn't finish. He bowled a wide. So he needs to regroup here. Bowl a good last ball and keep the momentum. It has been Dallas for the last 3 overs. Short, and it's coming this way. Is it going to be 6? No, he's out. He managed to get the wicket. Anticlimactic end to the innings for Dallas. However, they did get to 188. Is it
188.
180 for 3 after 20 overs? Pretty impressive performance. Now they have the runs on the board, as they say.
Yes, we got a good score to defend now.
lucky four is going to come down here. Right?
Yes. No, Harpreet.
Harpreet Singh, he slashed one outside the line of the off stump, only managed a little nick to the wicketkeeper. Wicketkeeper Omar Main, after he redeemed himself with this catch after giving away 4 boys. This is the beauty of cricket. You can always come back. So Singh's brief stay ends with a catch behind. So this is a good start for Dallas. The new batsman is
Harman Tanvir.
okay, Sandeer. He played an anchor role. I have seen him bat full, but he needs to play the anchor role. He has had a few partnerships with Nicholas Thomas in the past for Southern California. So he has to do the same job here. Play the anchor role and get Nicholas going. So we have a very good cricket match here, on our hands here at Wright Cricket Field at Woodley. 24 for 1 after 3. They are running at 8 runs an over. But that loss is going to set them back a little bit. Singh is a pretty good player, right? Over the last few weeks, he had been in the runs. But the contribution that they expected from them did not happen. So let's see whether Sandeer is up to the task today. They need a significant contribution from him. Obviously, play the anchor role and get Nicholas going from the other end. That has been their strategy anyway. So Baswant Patel to continue. He'll be bowling his second over from the commentator's box end. 24 for 1. This is the fourth over. It's obviously some misstep or something. So Patel will restart. They're doing an adjustment to the field at the moment. They have a very straight mid-off inside the circle. Then they have a wide long off and a wide long on as well. That's a sort of a slow delivery. Almost deceived Nicholas, but Nicholas saw it late, but he managed to just stop the ball. I mean, a defensive shot. Good thinking by the bowler. Nicholas goes usually one way. He loves to hit the ball out of the ground. That's his style. And so far we haven't seen many big hits. He hit 2 fours. One was obviously a drop catch. A lucky escape for Nicholas and Southern California. Now we had to wait and see whether he can do some damage here. That's wrapped on the pad. Appeal for an LBW. I thought the angle would take the ball away from the stumps, and umpire agreed with me. This is a good start by Patel. Is it Batsman Rao Patel? Okay, I'll say it. The opening batsman is also the opening bowler for Dallas. That's a good hit. That's X. Take that. That's just muscled out of the ground by Thomas. This is what this man is capable of. That's why I was so disappointed with that drop catch. He's just a monster when he hits the ball. There's just a decent length delivery. He came down the track and just whacked it over mid-wicket. A flat battered stroke. Very powerful strike of the cricket ball. Another shot, but he didn't get hold of it. But it's just going to be a single down to wide long on. And that brings Sandeer to the strikers. And Sandeer, I have seen him bat before. He's a conventional type flyer. He's not going to hurt you that much, but he has to play the anchor role. He's slightly built, and he has a good technique, but he's not going to hurt you like Thomas. Thomas can really hurt you. And Sandeer's job is to rotate the strike here. Driven, that's exactly what he did. Hit that one wide of mid-off for a single. Brings hard hitting Thomas back on strike. Dallas cannot win without getting Thomas out. I can assure you that. If you're going to let this man bat, he will win the match for Southern California. The only option is to get him out. They had an opportunity, they missed that. Try and create that opportunity and get him out, then of course you are halfway to winning the match. Not that Southern California doesn't have other batsmen, but this boy can damage you, hurt you. That's a good delivery. He had a massive swing at it, missed it altogether. So is that the end of the over?
Yes.
Yeah, 32 for 1 after 4. So even Steven at the moment, 32 for 1. Dallas might think that they are slightly ahead in this game, 32 for 1, but I would think it's even Steven at the moment, especially with Nicholas Thomas still batting, although maybe they might be slightly behind in terms of runs. But it's anybody's game at this point, that's for sure. So It's same bowler, so they're gonna continue with Tiwari. Maybe it's the right decision because Tiwari troubled Thomas. Somehow, Tiwari, Thomas has to find a way to attack Tiwari, or maybe Sandir should tackle him. This is his third over, so they have to think about how they're gonna go about strategize this run chase here. Tiwari, another good ball. It's played nicely behind. That's a quick single. Nicholas Thomas had to, put his running shoes on on that occasion. There was a shy at the stumps, but he was safely home. So this is the contest. Tiwari against Nicholas Thomas. Tiwari has won the battle so far. It doesn't mean that the war is over yet. If Nicholas gets hold of him, he's not express. He bowls kind of like on the wrong foot. He has to rerun again. Missed a step or something. So this is the contest. Tiwari against Thomas. Thomas on 17 of 13 balls. 2 fours and 1 powerful 6 through mid-wicket. That's a hit. Is it a miss hit? It's going to bounce in front of the ball. Okay, Tiwari still troubling Thomas. He cannot get hold of Tiwari. He's been very impressive thus far. The pick of the bowlers. For me, he has been the best bowler in this match. 2.1 overs, 7 runs and 1 wicket. I mean, like, you can't do better than that. More than his economy, he has troubled every player so far. That's a nicely played, no run again. Well fielded at cover point. So my concern, I don't have the manager of Dallas sitting with me today, but I just want to find out, once Tiwari is done, who's going to come from that end? Mayur. So we have a member from Dallas sitting here. Tiwari has bowled. This is his third over. He has only 1 more over left. I wonder whether they're going to continue with him or not. He's troubling everyone, but this is nicely nicked away. They might run 3 here if... no, they're not going to run 3. 2 more to Sandir. So for me, getting Thomas out is the highest priority. And if Tiwari bowls another, that's a gamble that they have to take. To bowl him his full quota and try and get Thomas out. If not, then of course we have a problem. They had the opportunity to get him out early, but that chance went begging. Sandir is going to play like this. He's going to do little dabs, place the ball. He can't really hurt you, but he will rotate the strike. That's his style of play. And that brings Thomas. His approach has been very clear. He's going to try and go after the bowling. And he's quite capable. That's his strength. Yes. Anything is possible when the man is on strike, but Tiwari had troubled him. See, Tiwari is still troubling him. He had quite a few swings and misses thus far. That's the end of the over. Another brilliant over by Tiwari. So he has bowled 3 overs for 11?
For 11 for 1 wicket.
Yes, 1 for 11 after 3. I mean, like in a 2020 match, it's just like unbelievable. So the question is, can the other bowlers maintain a similar economy? So that's the question. That's the problem with Dallas bowling. Do they have someone else who can replace Tiwari from the other end? Most of the runs came from this end. So whoever bowls from this end has a job to do, try and contain this team. So 37 for 1 after 5. This is the last of the power play overs. If they can keep Southern California under 50, they have done their job, especially with Thomas batting as the opening batsman for Southern California. Keeping Southern California under 50 would be a monumental effort. So it's going to be Patel to continue. So they are going with their opening bowlers. Both opening bowlers going to bowl 3 overs each. That's rare in this format. Yep. But they have, obviously, that's their strategy. And he'll be bowling to Sandeer. Good shot. And he played it well. It might run down. They're running back. It's 4, actually. It had enough legs to cross the boundary. Sandeer is playing a very good knock today. He came in. He had been very busy. I thought he struggled a bit against Houston on first day, but he's in good fluid momentum. He's just batting well. He's in good touch today. He's piercing the gaps and getting singles, helping Nicholas Thomas, who has been a little struggling a little bit. That's a good delivery there by Patel. Very good delivery. Sandeer played straight to mid-wicket, no run. Sandeer and Nicholas had a very good partnership against Houston the other day. They have a decent partnership thus far after that first wicket. They need to continue. That's a nick. Oh, yes, that's a nick behind. That's a lucky 4 again. So, for me, Dallas bowled superbly so far. Even the runs that Southern California got, there was, you know, some good shots mixed with some lucky shots. Few boys, but they all count, right?
Yep.
That's what matters in 2020 cricket. So that was a lucky 4 for Sandeer, but he'll take it. Patel. It's a harsh game for the fast bowlers here. That's Patel, another inside edge to the wicketkeeper, but bounce before it went to the wicketkeeper. I'm impressed with the opening bowlers for Dallas. They're keeping Southern California quiet, but Southern California had been a little bit lucky with some lucky 4s. The question is, are they going to continue with Tiwari from the other end? We had to wait and see. He's the pick of the bowlers for me. And Patel. That's a good delivery again. Probably a single wide of the short extra cover field there. He's done well to stop the ball, but he couldn't prevent the single though. That brings hard-hitting Nicholas Thomas to the strikers end, and he had a massive 6 against this bowler Patel in the previous over. It seems he can pick him well compared to Tiwari. So we had to wait and see. That's a massive hit. It's coming down here, 1 down 4, and hit the car. I was expecting that to happen. There are cars parked behind the firing line here. So if they don't move their vehicles, there will be some damage if Nicholas stays on. So that's a good ending to the over. What's the score now, sir?
50 in 6 overs, end of power play.
Say the end of the power play. This is exactly what Southern California wanted. 50 for 1. I remember Dallas was 50 for 1, 50 for 1, if I'm not mistaken, or 50 for no loss in their first 6 overs. Who's bowling?
Mayur Masan.
Okay, as our Dallas member sitting here mentioned, it's going to be Mayur Mazan from the far end. Tiwari bowled exceptionally well for his 3 overs. Obviously, they are keeping his last over for when they require, probably at the death. So it's going to be Mayur Mazan. Is he a spin bowler? No, he's another seamer, it seems. I had to wait and see. What does he bowl, sir?
Medium pace.
Is he right arm or left arm? Right arm, medium pace from the far end.
He's the person who dropped the catch.
You don't want to mention that he's the one who dropped the catch, my scorer tells me. He doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
So,
Trying for some.
Mayur Mazand, right arm over the wicket. A full delivery, just a single. Now it's slowish. I know his medium pace, it was a pretty slow delivery. Sandir had to reach for that. And maybe that's his ploy, bowling some slower deliveries. That might work against, try and throw the batsman off. So he's up against Thomas. Thomas, that sliced it over extra cover. And just a single. So in this innings, Thomas has struggled a bit. He's not very fluent. He's still there, though. That's the key factor. He's still there. He's not middling the ball very well, although there was one hell of a shot. Most of the time, either he sliced it or didn't get hold of it. But it can change very quickly. That's a beautiful ball. That's yeah. So the keeper fumbles. So that allowed a single. By here again. So a little bit of indiscipline here by Dallas. They need to cut these mistakes because Southern California on pace. They're keeping pace with the run rate, and Thomas is still there. Thomas, that's a slow one again. They're mixing it up. That's probably the best thing to do. Keep Thomas guessing with the pace here. So far, so good from Mazand. So he probably wants to get Thomas out. Obviously, he's the one who dropped him, and maybe he owes that to the team if he can get him out. So we are joined by Mr. David Sentence. How are you, sir, David? So you have some information from the other cricket ground.
Yeah, hi, Tanuj. Good to see you.
Same here.
Been doing a few interviews over there.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, NCA doing a good thing. They've spread out all of the fielders. 59 for 1 at 6 overs. So
okay. That's a nick. That's going to go down to the boundary. No, yes, a poor fielding effort by the third man fieldsman. He was trying to play some football instead of, you know. So I thought that he had an opportunity to stop that 4, but he missed it altogether. It's a Harsha at third man boundary. Obviously made a. You know, I don't want to say meal of it, but you know, it was
pretty meaty shot. I thought it was pretty classed off the bat.
Yes, but a lackluster effort for the fieldsman. But anyway,
How has the fielding been for Dallas?
They dropped a sitter here and allowed Thomas to stay on. That was a big miss.
Right.
So Ajay Mazand is going to continue from the commentator's box end now. So the score after 7 overs is what?
58 for
58 for 1. They haven't been convincing thus far, Southern California.
Oh, really?
There were a few nicks, but on to they got few fours off of few edges. And yes, Hurricane Nick got dropped when he was on 1 or 2.
Ooh,
That's a huge miss, I thought. And now he's on 24 off of 18 deliveries. But he somehow didn't have the fluency today, that the fluency we saw the other day. He's struggling. He sliced a few, a few landed on, the no man's land area. He has been lucky thus far. What's going on here? There's a slight delay.
Changing bats.
Changing
That-
bats,
that
okay.
seems to be a popular thing to do nowadays.
Right, I think
Probably
yeah,
wants a heavier bat.
yes.
He's in his pitching mood.
So,
We're also noticing a lot of the players are tired.
Yes, that's
You know,
true.
This is the third game they've played. And, by the time they get to the finals of 4 games back to back,
right.
in pretty hot conditions as well. So it's understandable.
So all the Southern California are 58 for 1. I thought they scored only 40 runs. The other 18 came from just edges, buys, and so on.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Actually, that was very notable about Northern California. There were only 3 extras, which is, as you know,
I see.
that's very low. And
I'm not
already
saying-
on this side they've had 10.
I'm not saying that they were extras. They were like unavoidable, lucky shots behind the, educated edges, like Chinese cuts type 4s.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so
Chinese cuts. That's a long time since. Yeah. Okay.
see,
Oh,
I mean, that's
nice.
another good delivery. So,
So he's hitting with a tree trunk basically now.
yes,
He,
exactly.
he wants to take the.
But he lacked
the ball
fluency
out of the
today,
park.
so it's not the same Thomas. He had a massive 6. Apart from that, he didn't connect very well. You know, when he connects,
Yeah.
they don't stay stay in the field, right?
Right.
So, but so far I haven't seen that in this innings.
So Kenny.
Here goes, yeah, that's the one.
Is that high
That's
enough over to get-
high enough. So now he's back on track again, it seems. He found the right bat. Maybe that
the
was the
right bat.
problem. That was the problem. He didn't have the right bat.
Playing with the redwood.
Yes. Yeah, so
Because they hit it into the arroyo.
Right.
The dry riverbed.
that's right. Like he used to do in Arizona, right?
Yeah,
Or-
like he did in Arizona. Yeah.
Right.
There he found the swamp. That was delightful.
So 64, and these two vehicles,
They're living dangerously.
Exactly. One ball already hit the car. That's nicely bowled. So they are mixing it up, it seems. The bowlers are bowling slow balls
Right.
and throwing Nicholas off a little bit.
They're going to make Kenny do the work.
Yes. And Tiwari bowled exceptionally well from the far end, the opening bowler.
Okay.
So he bowled like his 3 overs for 11 or something. So that's exceptional. Despite all that, Southern California 65 for 1 in the 8th over.
That's
So that's a pretty good start. That should be close to your wide. No, that's well bowled.
giving it.
Nope. So 188 for 4. It's pretty competitive, but they need wickets. Obviously, they need to get Hurricane Nicholas out. And Sandir is playing a decent role here. He's on 18 or 15 balls, much better than his previous outing. But this occasion, of course, he played 2 dot balls now.
Chase that one a little bit.
Yeah, I think the slowness, it's moving off this wicket and kind of like throwing him off a little bit.
Getting a bit of movement.
Yes. Isn't he like bowling cutters or leg spinners, fast leg spinners type deliveries? That's played away, but no run again. This is good stuff from Dallas. Putting the pressure on the batsman. 3 dot balls in a row now. After that massive 6, he has only conceded 7. That's all that was the end of the over. So 1 6 and 1 in that over. Still a good over in a bowler's point of view.
7. Yeah,
7,
below this
yes,
asking rate.
because it's still below asking rate. Yeah. So after 8, 65 for 1, they're maintaining 8 runs an over. But obviously, Dallas cannot relax until they get Thomas out, because it can change quickly.
Yeah, I don't think Dallas can afford to relax at all. Can
Yes, no, Southern California bat deep, right?
They? Yeah, they do, and they've got to keep the pressure on. Yeah.
Right. And who's going to bowl again? It's Mazand, Mayur Mazand. He's the culprit. He dropped a sitter here in front of us at long off.
Time for redemption then.
Yeah, time for redemption here.
Yeah.
That's bowled nicely, neatly, and pinching a quick single here. A good one. Good
it's
single.
No secret that Kenny has a hard time running between the wickets. You know, it's getting fitter as he does. So
It seems that way, right? Yeah.
conditioning is a major factor for the next level up. I think you've got to be a total athlete.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Yeah.
when you're being paid and so on. And these guys don't, a lot of times, don't have the time or the money
That's true. To condition
to
themselves.
condition themselves. Yeah, that's where being a professional helps, I guess.
That's nicely played. No run though. So they're bowling very slowly. They're not giving any pace. That's probably the way to go.
That's the strategy with these guys. They're
Yeah.
hard hitters, and they'll take the fast ball
Right.
out of the park.
Sandir would work the ball around. Obviously, that's his style. He cannot really hurt you. He will just try this anchor roll. You know, that's his style. See, I mean, like,
Miss it there.
yeah. So,
Rather cack-handed with his leg up in the air, just trying to swing over it.
yeah, I think he's getting a little frustrated with playing dot balls where he's leaving the hard-hitting Thomas at the non-strikers, and it's just, if he can't play a row, you know.
So Dallas's tactics are working, and that this batsman's putting pressure on himself.
Right.
The-
I mean, this is a very good over so far. Now that's a quick single and forcing Nicholas to run. But Nicholas needs to get hold of you here. So he will if he bats.
I think we call him Hurricane Nick, but I think his name is Kenny Thomas. Is that right?
Who?
The batsman? Or is
Nicholas
it-
Thomas.
Nicholas Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's okay to call him Nicholas.
That's gonna just to be a single again. So this is a little lull period, and they are still scoring runs. The theory is you can leave Nicholas for 20 overs and expect to win the match, because 180 wouldn't be big enough if you're going to let him bat 20 overs. You have to get him out. So that should be the mindset. You cannot contain this. I know that they're controlling him, containing him at the moment, but it's going to backfire because he's going to get hold of you.
You're true.
Yeah.
I would agree with that
Yeah.
assessment. Yeah.
You cannot leave a man like that and expect
Yeah.
he's not going to just not hit
Take your
success.
bat.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, he's a power hitter, so
There's no question. It's no big ground. It's big
turn
enough
you-
in
turn
the
you
United
around
States too.
and
Yeah.
absolutely.
So far, 69 for 1. They're obviously slightly below 8 runs an over now. 9 times 8 is what?
9 times 80.
72, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's not. That's 600. Yeah.
yeah. So 72 would be the score if they were maintaining 8. So they're slightly below 8 at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's the first time it dropped below 8, if I'm not mistaken, in this innings. After the first over, of course. First over was just 1 they scored.
That's a pretty good opening over them.
Yeah, Tiwari bowled superbly, as I said. He finished 3 overs. That's another problem. He has only 1 over left. And he troubled... so he troubled Thomas with his late movement. Now, who's the bowler from this end?
Same bowler, Ajay. Ajay Mahan.
Okay, that's right. It's going to be Ajay Masand. Will be bowling his second over. He conceded only 7. He had a very good start. Even with a massive 6, he conceded only 7 in that first over. So now he's bowling to Sandia. Sandia is struggling to get the ball away again. This is a problem. He needs to rotate the strike and get Thomas at the beginning of the over rather than at the end, so he can take a look at the bowling and try and muscle one out of the ground.
Yeah, Sunday are getting a little bit frustrated, I think.
Yes, this is what he did against Houston. Also struggled a little bit, but this occasion he managed to hit that one. Can they get 2? No, they're not, because I think Nicholas wants to take over here. There was probably a
Strategic move.
strategic move. They had, I'm sure that there was 2 there.
Nicholas loves to do that. He sees a bowler tying up a batsman.
And plus,
Likes
it's
to hit 'em
probably
off
he
his-
fancy hitting against this bowler.
Yeah, he sized them up,
Yep.
as we will probably
So we have 3 men trying to defend the cow corner here. And that was a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Straight ball. Oh, I think went over the stumps.
A lot of blood rush there, I think.
Well, this is the way he plays, as you know.
It's exciting to watch.
Yeah, at least, yes. 70 for 1. They're slightly below par at the moment, but 9 wickets in hand. Nicholas is still there. It can change in a heartbeat. So we had to wait and see. That's a good delivery again, the bowler. It's nicely guided pass. They should run 2 here. Yes, that's a good outcome for Southern California.
And Nicholas trying to keep the strike.
Of course, Sandia should give the strike over to Nicholas, so there's no point him hogging the strike at this point. So, is it hurricane is still coming, or is it like a calm before the storm? I don't know. We had to wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's part of that.
Should be a.
That's out.
That's out.
Yeah, out of the field.
Yes. So it was still a miss hit. I didn't think that he got
He didn't
all
know
of it.
that.
Yes.
No, that was a top edge.
Yes.
But because
this-
of his strength,
yes.
it goes for a 6.
It's frustrating, isn't it? You got
for a
a
bowler.
miss hit out of him.
Yeah.
It still sails over.
Yeah, exactly.
That's frustrating.
He's a very pure swinger of the ball.
Right.
Yes, that's pure swinger.
Anyone else would be caught somewhere here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's that one. They're going to go
Yeah.
with the single. And that's good because they're just rotating strike toward the end of the over there.
So as I pointed out, he's missing the fluency today.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. It may be bowling.
His timing is off.
Right. The bowling has something to do with it. I don't know.
I think so. The slow bowlers.
Yes.
I mean, he likes to. I think any hard-hitting batsman likes the ball coming on to the bat fast.
So after 10 overs, they're 79 for 1, maintaining pretty much 8 runs an over.
Yeah, they're taking their water break now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what's for lunch today?
For lunch,
Biryani again?
I don't know. You're the chef around here.
They need to change the menu, right? So we like to see some meat instead of rice.
So what did when you're in Sri Lanka? What is the favorite meal there?
I was forced to eat rice and curry.
Forced to eat it?
That's what everyone eats in Sri Lanka. I
rice
guess.
and curry.
Yeah.
Chicken curry or a lot of fish curry, I would think.
Yeah, we eat. I mean, like, obviously, a lot of people don't eat beef, but I did.
Are there regional sort of recipes in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, Sri Lanka is too small to have that. It's
you grew
pretty
up in
much.
Kandy, you don't.
No, it's the same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are maybe slight variations,
Yeah.
maybe. If you go to probably Tamil areas, they might have something different,
Yeah.
So it's a combination now. Yeah, so there's a lot of Arabic influence also in some of the sweets we have. So biryani is probably more Middle Eastern type.
Yeah, the favorite food.
Yeah, so that's right. So although
You
it's
gotta have good rice for that, though, right? Basmati rice.
basmati rice, yeah. So probably it became popular during the Islamic period in India, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Mughal.
Yeah, Mughals. Yeah, that's right. So you know history.
It was a courtly food.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, but
Always
Sri
like
Lanka
the
is
biryani.
just pretty much similar to Southern Indian cuisine, I would say.
yeah.
Yeah, not the one stuff that we eat here as Indian
of
food.
coconut.
Which, yeah, like I know that like the Indian food here is mainly Punjabi food,
Yeah.
right? But India is such a massive place, it's such diverse, and the southern area of India, the curries are different, the
Yeah.
spices are different they use, and it's
You're a vegetarian.
look, yeah, that too. Oh yeah, but I think Sri Lankan food is similar to Southern Indian cuisine rather than Northern Indian cuisine.
Really?
Yeah, well, like Northern Indian cuisine is more creamier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Are they using a lot of coconut milk?
oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
For everything, yes. We have a lot of coconuts.
You do.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, yes.
The elephants like coconut? You got a lot of elephants.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do. I think at one point when the British came to Sri Lanka, the entire country was filled with coconut trees.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
Brits got rid of the coconuts too?
Yeah, the main exports
Of course, they were
during
growing tea and coffees that have,
tea, rubber, and coconut.
yeah, they needed rubber a
Yeah.
lot, especially with the Industrial Revolution.
That's right. So that's what the British did.
Yeah.
you know, obviously they control
Turned
whatever.
everybody into, cash crops, and that's it.
That's right. Yeah. So one thing about English occupation in Sri Lanka, they didn't try to assimilate any, like even in India or Sri Lanka. Like,
Right,
not
right,
like the
yeah.
Spaniards. Spaniards wanted
Well, they
people to
arrived a lot
assimilate.
later too. They
Yeah,
weren't
they
there for-
like came to Sri Lanka in 1795,
yeah,
then captured the island by 1815.
took them a while. Yeah.
No, it was probably, they were concentrating on India perhaps at that time, so then it's just a little island right next to it.
Yeah.
So,
Napoleonic era.
yep, that era. Yeah, they had other fights
They
too.
picked up a lot of islands during that Napoleonic era. Especially in the West Indies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I see.
a lot of changing of.
So back to
Territory at
cricket
that
now.
Yeah.
So let's see now. So the next 10 overs is going to be interesting. We have to think about Nicholas is still there in Southern California's point of view. Mayu Mazand, he bowled 2 overs so far, is it? This will be his third over.
Yeah, for a lot. It's
So-
very well.
Yeah, 2 overs for 11. I mean, like nothing wrong with that. So now Nicholas is facing the very first ball of the over. That's something I like to see. Instead of Sandir plays 4 balls and gives Nicholas 2 balls to face.
Right.
He can size him up and get used to the speed of the balls, what he does, and he can probably hit him out of the ground. So they're having some sort of another conversation. There's some sort of a delay, or maybe because of the little aircraft over the.
Some distraction.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I just don't know.
He just actually managed to keep that one off his legs. So it was fooled him a little bit, I thought.
Right. So Thomas is on 42. I mean, he's got 42 without looking convincing.
That's catchable.
Another slice.
And he's going. Oh.
Oh my goodness! Finally, he got out. There was almost another mess up, but managed to hold on to that. A bounce, lucky bounce for him.
A lucky bounce catch.
Yeah, so Nicholas Thomas scored 42 of 28 balls. He didn't look that convincing or that fluent in his innings today, but he did his job. Then someone else has to take the responsibility and try and win this from here on out. You cannot expect one man to deliver every day. So I'm hoping that Southern California has enough batting depth to get there.
Well, here comes.
It's going to be Christopher Lane. I saw him a little bit in the first encounter against Houston. He did contribute, but Nicholas looks to be a disappointed man.
Well, he was close to his 50, and I think you'll have loved that.
Right.
And, but he was mishitting quite a bit.
Yes,
As you said, his timing was off.
Off. He didn't look to be the same. Maybe
Same batsman that in the opening game.
Right. Maybe it had something to do with the bowling because they throw a lot of slow balls, a lot of cutters.
Yeah, and they've obviously done some analysis back home in the hotel.
Of course, yes.
See how to.
Don't give him any pace, that sort of a thing. So it paid off.
Yeah.
It paid off. But he was only 2 or 3 when he was dropped here.
He did more damage than he
Oh,
could have done.
well, of course, for sure. So, but anyway, we can only move forward here after 10.2, 79 for 2. I would put Dallas in front at the moment. Another 110 runs to get.
Kind of evenly poised game.
I think Dallas would be in front right now because less than 10 overs, 110 to score. It's not an easy task.
Right.
Yes. Someone has to play a good knock, sort of a blind 20 ball 40 or something with a strike rate of 200 would help.
Yeah.
But Sandir is not the man for that. Sandir can only play a certain way. Unless that he's going to prove me wrong. No, he's out.
out.
So that's the 3rd wicket.
So now Southern California in a heap of trouble.
Yep, 79 for 3. The score is not moving, but the wickets are tumbling. After the drinks break, they went into the drinks break with 79 for 1. Now they are 79 for 3.
Yeah, that's kind of that. Not only did they break the partnership, they got both partners.
Yes.
So now they're starting all over.
It's not over yet, but they're looking an uphill task here. Who's Sahaj Patel is
he's an
the under 19 cricketer.
Yeah.
Is he any good with the bat?
Yeah. Yes, he's very
Very good.
Yeah. He's played a lot in the back to tournaments here.
Oh, I see.
Years, and got a lot of games under.
How old is he now?
I think he's just. I think he's still under 19.
Really?
Yeah.
He's 20,
He's old.
20, he's kind of, yeah.
24, 25.
Oh. So
But
that's-
COVID years doesn't count, so we had to go.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
right.
joking.
Yeah.
So 79 for 3.
Even he plays.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So we have two players. They haven't faced a delivery, either one. So it's obviously a completely new start for Southern California. Sahaj Patel on North and Christopher Lane is on North, but they haven't faced a single ball yet. So
Yeah, these are
seven.
the sons of the Pradeep who runs the association. So here's an example of the youth program in
That's a beautiful delivery. Moved away off the seam, or like sort of a cutter that he bowled.
It's a very good over.
Very good over. This is, I don't know how they are planning on recovering. Yes, 79. All of a sudden, Dallas in front. 188 for 4 is a long way away now.
Yeah.
There's only one ball left in this over, or two balls left in this over? One more. Two. So 79 for. It might be a bit maiden over. If he can come up with a dot ball next stop, it will be a maiden over. So
Double
5
maiden.
dot balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 wickets.
Wicket maiden over. Yeah. Double wicket maiden over. Very rare. And
is.
any type of cricket. This is in 2020 cricket.
Although yesterday we did have that 3 wicket.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. But was it a maiden though? No, I'm sure that they got a single here and there.
Yeah. So
This might be a very rare
it's
occurrence.
unique for this
Yes,
tournament
oh, for sure.
that we've seen.
Full toss. Played away. Not a great ending to the over. They might run 2 here. Yeah. Or is it the third one? Just 2. Is it 2 or 3? Just 2.
2 on that.
So
Well,
81
both
for 3.
Patels here are, a good example of the youth program in Southern California. They've just come up through that system of
Who are you talking about?
the Patel players that are playing on this team.
Oh, the Patels.
Started playing in California.
So you're talking about Sahaj Patel, and who's the other Patel?
His brother is Sahil here. So these
Sahil.
are both Pradeep's sons. Pradeep Patel runs the association.
Oh, that's
he
the-
was
oh.
responsible for the youth program. So
I see. So they are pretty
here's proof,
sons.
yeah. So here's proof of the pudding
I see.
of how the youth program can help the association.
So Ajay Masand to continue from this end. So Southern California, they need to do something about this. They are behind. There's no question about that. They are behind the run rate. The required run rate has gone up to 12. Dave, it's not going to be easy this early in the piece when you are trying to score 12 runs and over for the next 9 overs. It's hard to maintain that.
Putting a lot of pressure on.
Lot of pressure. 108 to get in 9 overs. I mean, like back in the day, you would think that that's impossible. But this is going to be tough. So nicely played. Just for just one run. Brings who's on strike now? Christopher Lane is on strike. And he's batting with Sahaj Patel. He just opened the account, or he's just on 2? Let me see. Sahaj Patel is on 1, and Christopher Lane is on 2. So obviously they need to bat for a long time here. Stitch together a partnership and
Test of temperament.
yes, and the problem is they have to maintain 12. That might be. Oh nope, he made a mess. That was a very tough catch. Is it? They're gonna run 2 here. So
That's what's needed. Got to take the attack to this bowling.
82 for 3. Is it 84 for 3 now?
85.
85 for 3 now. It's not updating well fast enough for me. So that brings Sahaj Patel on strike.
Yes.
Okay.
It was. Oh, you.
Pete now saw the line of the off stump. That's a good delivery. So Dallas is on top. They're tightening the screws here. They need to break out of these shackles that put on by the Dallas team here. That's a good delivery again. These singles aren't going to hurt Dallas, to be honest with you. I know they are restarting. They don't want to be 150 at the end of 20th over. There's
No, but you know, there's always that final flourish that can do the trick. So
Yes,
these guys need to play themselves in a little bit.
that's true. I hear
That was
you.
a good shot, actually.
I hear you. I hear you. So Lane now. That's beautifully bowled again. They're playing defensively in most situations now.
I think you have to compliment the bowling.
That's very good bowling.
Yeah.
Quite tight. 86 for 3. This is the 12th over. It's almost at the end of the 12th over now. After this, we have 8 overs to score 100 plus. Good. That's what required, but he missed it completely. Oh, that's poor from Dallas.
Out of it anyway, but boy.
That's a bye, unfortunately. Although it was not a mistake in terms of fumbling, fumble or anything like that. But anyway, it's 87 for 3 after 12, and another 102 to win in 8 overs. They have wickets in hand, but they have to do something now, not later. Now, that's the problem with 2020 cricket. You don't have much time to get yourself in.
No.
So I don't know what type of strategy that they have going forward.
Yeah, the Dallas manager must be happy with the way
He's very happy, I'm
had him in
sure.
the box here earlier today. So
Yes, of course.
did he feel confident? Did he think they were going to...
He wasn't confident with the score. He thought that they were like maybe 20 runs short,
Yeah.
or at least 12 at the end, because there was a late flourish by the Dallas players. The projected score for the longest time was around 175, but they did better than that. So he was eyeing 200.
Okay.
But I felt, semi-final, it is going to be a tough score to chase down 188.
Yeah.
And who's the bowler? It's going to be a bowling change. Kera, the opening batsman, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, Kera, he bowls spin, and I don't know what type of spin. Is he an off spinner? So a lot of people do bowl off spin. Leg spin is a difficult art, as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, only I can bowl leg spin.
Oh, you can?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the house,
You do. In your mind, right?
In my mind, yeah. Yeah, I taught Shane Warner how to bowl leg spin,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a lot of hours.
He
Yeah.
did better than I thought.
Yeah.
708 test records.
Yes, he had a very good. It was really good to see him finish off in Dodger Stadium. You know, when like 2-3 years ago when they had that great superstar game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was really good.
So it's gonna be Kera, right arm off spin, and that's a good start. A dot ball. I need to see this guy in action. Kera. And against, is it Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same place.
So 2 dot balls now. So something has to give here. You cannot just continue to play like this. Another good delivery, 3 dot balls. This is not going to help Southern California course
Double
here.
patch of bowling here by Dallas.
That's it.
They're
That's what
finding
you
it
need to
behind.
do. But he didn't really get a hold of it, right? Just a single. That brings Sahaj Patel to the striker's end.
Such a lot of cricket under his belt. Including New Zealand with his dad, played for in the ninth.
Oh, I see. Just a single there again. There's a quick single. Oh. The bowler thought that he had an opportunity to get him out. But nevertheless, just a single. I must say I'm a little bit surprised with this approach. I don't think there's any real. Okay, that's it. That's what I wanted. Oh wow! It's almost held.
Knocked it over.
It's next. Yeah, but there was a slight opportunity there.
Well, they're launching a counter-attack, you know.
Yeah, so that's what I want to see. A little bit of intent shown by who hit that six, by the way? Christopher Lane. Yes, someone has to.
It's his first boundary.
Yeah, so that's a 6 to start off with. So 12 off of 11 balls. So 95 for 3 after 13 now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Tiwari. Is it going to be back on? Is it Tiwari coming back? Okay. I'm a little confused. Who's coming in? So Ajay Mazad will be bowling, coming back to the attack. Didn't he? So he has bowled 3 overs for 22. So he'll complete his quota with this over. So this man, Ajay Mazad, 3 overs for 22. Nothing wrong with that. So he'll be bowling his final over from the commentator's box end.
That'll be a welcome relief for the California side.
Right. That's a good delivery to start off with. Another single, a quick single to, third man area.
Got a sheriff's helicopter overhead looking for somebody. Some,
Oh, they're coming this way. They're going to recognize me.
yeah, we're quite busy with helicopters today.
Right. I wonder what's going on. So the cameraman, of course, is trying to get the helicopter. So, all right, back.
Back on the track here.
Yes, that's right. Beautifully bowled again. Another single, maybe. So this is you get the feel of a 50-over match here now.
You do. But they are keeping their wickets and they are pushing, keeping the.
You're an optimist, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Oh, okay.
97 for 3.
Sense of impending.
That's a good shot. Is it going to go down to the boundary for 4? There's no fielder there, right? It should. No, it's tops.
Yeah.
There was not much power behind that shot, so they got a 2.
Got a run.
Score moves on to, is it 99 now?
Yep.
99 for 3. So that's their 100. Okay, in the 14th over, Southern California reach 100 for 3. Now they need another 89 to win in 6.2 overs. 100 for 3 after 13.4. So that's swing and a miss.
That was close.
Came down the track, but couldn't get hold of anything. He missed it completely. Very good bowling by Manzad, who has bowled his 3.4 was for 27 thus far.
Well, really, the key now is what is the rest of Dallas's bowling like with these overs left?
Right. That's another good delivery.
Presume they've kept a couple of fast bowlers back.
Right. Tiwari has one, I know that. And one of the other opening bowlers, the other opening bowler has another one left.
Right.
So that's 2.
Yeah.
So then we have another 4 overs they need to come up with somewhere.
Yeah.
So they all bowl well. 100 for 3 after 14. 6 overs, 90. They're going to go at 15 runs an over.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Kera will continue. He has bowled 1 over 8. So I mean, I hate to tell you this, but Dallas are in front at the moment, and
Yep.
someone has to play out of his skin
Out of
to
their
come up.
skins,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's absolutely to get
Well,
anywhere
there's
close to the
momentum.
target now.
Yeah.
Someone has to come up with a 10 ball, 40, something similar to that, a 400 strike rate.
A couple of 20 overs.
Yes, to get
20,
going,
20 run overs would make a huge difference.
Yes. Remember Ali?
They've got to punch their way out of the bag.
Yes, Houston Cricket League. Ali, out of nowhere, managed to get to that 200 run mark,
Right.
12 ball 50. It's very rare to see something like that, but it seems that's another shot, just a single, not even a single. They didn't even run.
Yeah, you're not going to do it this way. That's
Yeah, dot ball now. So,
well, with the airplane circling in the air, I'll leave you and
yep, thank you, Dave.
check on what's happening with the other game.
Yeah, so, yeah, give me an update later.
Yes, I will. Come in just
Thank
before
you,
the
sir.
end.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Southern California has a problem now. They need to up the ante. They cannot continue to play like this and expect to win. This is a semi-final, but this is very good bowling. Kara put in the break zone. Yeah, it's just another 5.5 overs to go. 90 to score. Unless that we see some massive hits. The lofted shot and drop catch. Another drop catch, but he managed to keep it in the field, so only a single. This is not going to work out. Someone has to take charge here and try and hit some sixes. That's a good shot. Might get 2 here. It's not going to go to the boundary, that's for sure. 2 runs there. So 1 more ball left in the server. It's a pretty good performance by Dallas. The last ball of this server. Kara, short, cuts, down to deep extra cover. It's still not good enough to pierce the boundary, to reach the boundary. So that's a very good over by Kara and Dallas. Now it's after 15. 104 for 3.
Yeah.
After 15, it's 104 for 3. Sahaj Patel on 8 after facing 11 balls, and Christopher Lane on 16 going run a ball. But they need someone to hit 200 plus in terms of strike rate. Minimum. Someone has to go big. So, Mayu Masand will continue. It's a new bowler, right? Mayu Masan, Ajay Masan is Mayu Masan. Okay, so yeah, that was finished, right? So who's gonna bowl now?
He's finished. Ajay is finished. Mayur is coming in.
Okay, Ajay is finished. It's Mayur's first ball. Over.
4th over.
Oh yeah, he bowled 3 overs. Okay, so they're the same name, so I was a little confused. So Mayu Masan has bowled 3 overs for 13 runs, and he has done a wonderful job, taken 2 wickets for 13. And now he's continuing his good work. A forward defensive shot by Lane, Christopher Lane, playing a defensive shot for the first ball of this over. And this is obviously the 16th over. Southern California home team is under pressure, and everything tells me that they are not going to get there at this point. It's just, I don't see it happening. It's just with the effort thus far. Unless that they're going to prove me wrong, Dallas is going to win this comfortably. So another good delivery. So Dallas is playing extremely well. The bowlers are bowling into their fields, and they are mixing it up. They have a lot of skill with their bowling. Southern California. That's a lofted shot. Should be. That's 6. That's a very good shot by Patel. Is it? Sahaj Patel, yes, that's finally to break the shackles. He hit a wonderful 6 straight hit. So we need quite a few of those in order for Southern California to get back on track. There's no time to waste. Sahaj Patel has to do something. That's another hit and he's bowled. This is the comeback from the bowler. The end of Sahaj Patel, clean bowled by Mayur Mazand. That's his 3rd wicket. And he's doing the damage here at the right field this afternoon. This is the first semi-final. There's another semi-final going behind me. Northern California's they have scored some runs against Colorado. What's the score there, sir?
They need 38 to win in last 5 overs.
Who's this?
Northern California.
They are betting now?
Yes.
Okay. And with how many wickets in hand?
9 wickets in hand. They just lost 1 wicket.
So Northern California, they are on the driver's seat.
Yep.
So it looks like at least one California team will advance to the final. Northern California are batting really well. They have another 38 runs to win with 5 overs in hand. With in 5 overs with 9 wickets in hand. So the Reddy is the batsman now, the captain. He has to play out of his skin to try and win this from here on out. It's just an uphill task. So Southern California in deep trouble. 78 runs needed in just 4.1 overs. Although they have 6 wickets in hand, it's going to be a daunting task. 78 runs in 4.1 will be a daunting task. So, and the Dallas bowlers are very good. Tiwari has an over left, and the other opening bowler has another over left, and Mayur Mazand is doing well. Anit Kera has been bowling well. The bowlers are very good. I don't know how Southern California would try and get this runs. There's a 4 there. So that's the start. So the score moves on to what now? After 16, they're 115 for 4, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Over finish.
Over.
So that's the end of the over. 115 for 4. So the dugout is it's a somber look. They're not, I don't know, unless that they know whether one of these guys can hit the long ball. They need at least 3 boundaries over at the moment. It's just it's not happening. So the required run rate is almost 19, 18.5. It's just I haven't seen anything this difficult ever done in a cricket field, but we had to wait and see. Same bowler, Kera. Kid Kera he has bowled wonderfully well, 2 overs for 12 runs. Although he hasn't had any luck with at the wickets column. On the wickets column, he has bowled superbly well. He's bowling his off spinners now, back foot powerfully struck, well fielded. 1 or 2. Dallas would not worry about these singles here and there. They know that the batting team has to score nearly 20 runs an over to win this from here on out. So it's almost like a foregone conclusion that Dallas will win this one. And but we have to play the next few overs just to see. Very good all-round performance by Dallas. They batted superbly, I thought. Then although their camp expected them to score 200, but 188 was a superb score. Obviously, they have had they scored enough to defend that target. So Southern California had that's probably going to go down to the boundary for 4. muscled it past the bowler, past mid-on, all the way to the boundary for 4. Right. So we have Hurricane Nick, we call you. That's your nickname, brother. How are you?
Fine.
So I know it's looking like you guys may not get there, but I know that you're a competitive man. I'm pretty sure deep inside you want to get there. Your dismissal made that turn, I thought. You didn't find a lot of fluency today, right? Were they bowling well to you? Because the last time you were unstoppable. I saw the game against Houston, everything that you hit. Oh, so there's another 4 here. So we need to keep. I know they have to score nearly 20 runs and over to win from here. So in your situation, they were bowling a lot of slow balls, right? They were mixing it up, trying to throw you off your rhythm. Am I
Yes,
right?
indeed. I gotta give these guys credit. They know that I was a dangerous guy, and captain keep telling his bowler, and he keep making the right change at the right time. Every
Right.
time I get 2-3 boundaries, and I give up strike to the other batsman, and he gets through that ball. Next over that captain, he just kept making good changes, and he keep bringing those slow bowlers back of the hand. It's not just only slow, it's
Yeah.
turning away
that's right.
or into me.
That's right.
So every time I get straight, and I gotta give them credit.
No, sure.
And,
That's what I thought
I
too.
gotta give myself credit too, because it's really hard out there.
Oh, that's
Really
what
hard,
I was talking to David, my colleague and friend, and I felt that his Baswan Patel is going to continue now. Okay. Huh? Rao, yeah, Rao. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. So Rao is the opening batsman. He's going to bowl. So it's an all-round performance by Dallas. I enjoyed your 100, by the way, against Houston. I know that you wanted to obviously feature in the finals, and Northern California is going to win. I hear your rival team. Or they're on their way and will be featuring in the finals. I mean, like, obviously, I don't want to come up with something that preemptive stuff. I mean, obviously, Southern California still has an opportunity to win. 63 in 3 overs. That's an uphill task, 21 runs an over.
Also here, it's not over there.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Chris Lane batting, if he bat to the end,
Right.
Dallas have something coming.
Okay, that's good. I like the competitive spirit.
And
And-
20 from 1 over is nothing
For this guy. So you know, obviously, the batting strength of this guy. Obviously, that's going to drop in front of long off. It's going to be a single. You're talking about Chris Lane.
Christopher.
How about Reddy, JD? He's
JD
a hard hitter, or his job should be to rotate the strike and give the strike back to Lane. What do you think? That should be his approach, right? Trying to give most of the strike to hard-hitting Lane.
He could clear. JD could clear,
Clear too?
He's
Okay.
the captain. He know what he needs to do from here.
Okay, perfect.
Unfortunately, bowler coming in. JD.
Oh, that's is it a inside edge to the pad, perhaps?
But yeah,
Yeah, I think there's an inside edge to the pad. So yeah, so go ahead. You were saying about Reddy.
yeah. Unfortunately, I needed a partner like this who's gonna keep rotating with me or getting boundary at the other end. I needed help.
Yeah, kind of like I felt even in the previous game, Sunday struggled to rotate the strike. He played like 3-4 balls, dots, and he gives you the strike when you have only 2 balls left. So I was, I mean, obviously I didn't want to say anything bad about a player or anything like that. I felt that you need someone who can accommodate your power hitting by first 2 balls, that's it. You need to get a single. You cannot play dot balls and give you the strike at the very end of the overs. You cannot get that rhythm going.
If you notice, every time I play, I'm also protecting my wicket. I'm thinking, don't get out.
Right. I know it's you're a competitive man. We enjoyed your batting. It's just I know. I'm now. Of course, we need to think positive here. Still a few overs to go. It's in a cricket sense. I have seen a hell of a lot of cricket over the years. It's a very difficult uphill battle when you have to score 16 3 overs. You can have 1 good over. Can you continue for 3 consecutive overs? It's going to be tough. But That's a good shot. That's a good shot. Okay, is he going to clear? Drop catch again. One thing about I also noticed eye catching has been really bad here in this league for some reason. The entire, I'm not talking about just one team. They're having issues with catching the high ball.
In cricket, that's something you have to practice every day.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, so not easy. High balls, you have to have confidence to get underneath.
Yes.
I played cricket since I was 9 years of age, so
Shot.
yeah, that's gonna be one. So, so what's which team do you play? Caribbean or so? You guys were the league champions this year, right? 2 years in a row, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
for the past 2 seasons we've been champion, and I think we're on a roll right now.
That's very good.
To make,
So, do you have fellow Caribbean players playing in this team?
that's my captain batting, Christopher Lane, right now.
Christopher Lane, that's your captain.
Caribbean.
And where does which team does JD play for?
For San Diego, and then the guy that's open with me, Harry Singh,
Okay.
that's my teammate.
That was his dismissal hurt you to a certain extent, right? Yeah, because he usually accommodate you very well with singles and all that. So it's going to be Navneet Tiwari. He bowled exceptionally well to you, in fact, the opening bowler. It was a battle. I was on commentary talking about he troubled you with his little off cutter. So does he bowl on the wrong foot?
No. You want me to be frankly honest with you? You want me to be honest with you?
Absolutely, please.
I was just playing smart cricket with him. I was just milking him. I was just taming him.
Okay.
Because second game that I played against Utah yesterday,
Okay.
the guy was swinging just like him.
Right.
And I opened too early and I got bowled.
Okay, I see. So, but you have to give him credit for good bowling, then, obviously.
Yes.
His job is to contain you.
Yes.
Right.
So I was just not trying to have that mistake.
Right.
And Harpreet Singh keep reminding me, hey, he's swinging. Hey, he's swinging. Don't.
But this is where 3.1 overs, 12 runs, 1 for 12. I mean, unbelievable in a pretty batting surface, right? So he's still continuing his good work.
Yes, he you know what? They started well
That's
because right when he started swinging the ball, he put me and I was comfortable with him,
Okay.
but Harpreet wasn't comfortable at all,
I see.
and that's what kind of get me in a zone where he can manage this guy. Let me get down there and block this guy out or something, you know?
So it's very impressive performance. I mean, you're a competitive guy. You did your thing, but we have to give credit
Of course,
to Dallas.
of course,
Oh,
Dallas,
yes,
all the way.
all the way.
They take all the credit.
That's right.
They win the power play. They started well.
Right. They batted well also.
Yes.
Yeah, they batted well also.
We bowled pretty bad today.
You think so, right? The bowling,
I know, so a lot of different choices.
White and indiscipline came into the game and all that.
Yeah, but that's not my part of it.
I know. So it was very enjoyable to watch you bat, and well done. It doesn't look like you guys gonna get there. 132 for 4, just 10 balls left now. But Dallas, they won all 3 matches, and this will be their 4th win, and they'll play your rivals, Northern California, in the final after lunch, of course.
Yeah, we are gonna be here to see.
of course.
Good luck to Northern.
Both
good
teams.
luck to Dallas.
Yes, both teams. Obviously we need to see an entertaining game of cricket in the final. That's the idea. We all love cricket. Of course, we have teams, but we respect cricket. We like to see good cricket, and whoever plays good cricket should win.
Yeah, I just want to say, hey to all the viewers out there and all my supporters and family back home in Jamaica, who's tuning in India, watching, for the support, and we will continue to try to play good cricket for them whenever we get the chance. Family back home
In Jamaica,
in Jamaica, Florida, my daughter probably watching right now.
yo, who?
My daughter
You have a daughter in Jamaica?
in Florida, back home in Florida.
Florida. Okay, got it. Okay.
Back home in Jamaica. Tuning in.
All
I
right.
just want to say bye to them and
That was a brilliant knock. You're the only centurion in this tournament, right?
Hopefully, we still have a final to play. So
Yeah, I know. I mean, so far, yeah. But nevertheless, even Ali played a wonderful knock against Houston. Remember, Houston boy, you know, like he hit a 12 ball 50. Now, just to go back to quickly to this match, just one over left 50 or 6 runs to get. So it's a done deal. It's who's going to bowl? Mohit Prasha will be bowled in the last over. He hasn't bowled yet. This is like he's giving an opportunity for him to bowl. Now 56 cannot be achieved without no balls. So great win for Dallas. I think it was an all-round performance. They batted superbly. They had some difficulty in the middle, but they managed to recover. Scored a pretty competitive score, although 200, previous occasions. But this is a pressure game. This is a semi-final, and I think Dallas deserves a lot of credit, and so we should wish them good luck for the finals. And for you, sir, and for Southern California, so it was indifferent, right? You lost to Houston, then the second one that you won, quarterfinals you won, here again semi-final. The Houston one was a pretty heartbreaking one, 199. I thought that was good enough.
Yes,
But,
I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. You know?
Yeah.
Like I played my heart out in that
Right.
game. I think my boys, they play their heart out too. But
Right.
luckily, when you have a guy hitting like me,
Right.
14 ball 50,
12 ball to be honest with you.
yes, 12 balls 50, and then he keep going, and he haven't missed you one ball for his whole innings.
Right, that's a 4, I
Credit.
think. I know it's just right now, I'm sure not many people care at this point. It's just the last few balls of the innings. They are 50 runs behind, so...
So I have to give credit to that batsman. Credit.
Oh, that was a great knock. We interviewed him. He said that's the best innings of his life, and it's a lifetime knock.
And then every time he see me, he's like, "Your innings was better than mine, man. I watch yours and
Yeah,
I take some,
I mean, that's-
something from it."
that's right. So
all
I mean, like,
respect, you know,
it's all of course you had to respect your fellow cricketers and their skill levels. You know, it's just we have seen world-class players. So this is of course United States. We continue with our passion here in the U.S. It's not a cricket playing nation, if you will. It's just football, basketball. That's the main sports. Baseball. But cricket had been here for over 100 years. So now let's see on that occasion, it's another drop catch. Now this is a huge concern for me as a cricket lover, cricket analyst. I just can't, it's just horrible to see this catching.
Definitely can't play final like this. You got to take these catches.
Catches, that's what I'm saying. It's just, well, that's the end of the game. At the end, what was their final score? I'm checking with the scorer here. 138. So they lost by 50 runs. That's a pretty impressive one. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And good luck with your future.
Yes.
Take
You
care.
too. Good luck. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So that was a comprehensive win by Dallas Cricket League, 188 for 4. I always thought it was a very competitive score. Southern California had to bat very well to get anywhere near that. Unfortunately, today wasn't their day. Christopher Thomas played a pretty good knock, but he was here a minute ago. He didn't have the fluency today that he has shown us a few days ago. He gave full credit to Dallas boys because they bowled very well to him, he said, and they deserve to win. A 50-run win is a thumping, and now they are looking forward to play most likely Northern California. So they have to score 10 runs to win in 2 overs with so many wickets in hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's most likely it's going to be Northern California versus Dallas in the final this afternoon. Will be played here at right field at Woodley. So Dallas again winners by 50 runs, a comprehensive and convincing win over local team Southern California. So that's a very impressive win, and now they will face, according to my scorer, Northern California will go on to win this, and we'll see you after lunch. Do you know the time of the match schedule at what time? 2 o'clock, I think 2 p.m. Now it's 1. We'll see you in 1 hour. And we're going to take a break, and we expect you to join us at 2 p.m. local time in California. Thank you very much. And scorer, thank you very much. What's your name, sir? Vishwa, thank you for your support, and hope to see you after lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Thanks again.